What's good? What's good? What's good? NBA Finals Game 7 was good. Sorry, y'all came on a little late. Usually the NBA doesn't start when they say they start at, but today they actually started mad early. Go figure. Guess it's Game 7. But we up, man. NBA Finals Game 7. This is for all the marbles, man. Let me know who y'all got winning in the chat, man. Put OKC or Pacers in the chat. I want to know who y'all got winning. This game is monumental. You know what I mean? Legends will be created today. Shout out to anybody who's watching on whatever platform you're on, man. OKC versus Indiana Pacers, Game 7 for all the marbles. Let me know who you got in the chat winning this game. And give your boy a like for the algorithm, man. It helps a lot. Game 7 of the NBA Finals, man. Who do y'all got winning Game 7? Keys to the game for OKC for sure. They need to minimize the amount of turnovers. SGA has to have a better game. Last game, he had like 5 turnovers. Oklahoma City has to do a better job defensively and offensively. Last game, they had hella turnovers. They shot abysmal from 3. So this game, they're going to have to change a whole lot. Last game, let's see what they shot from 3-pointer. Last game at one point, OKC was shooting 6.3% from 3-pointers, so they were shooting abysmal. They ended the game shooting 26%. They had 21 turnovers. Indiana Pacers had 11 turnovers, so they literally had double the turnovers that Indiana Pacers had. You're not going to win a game like that, but the OKC, they do have home court advantage in this game, so we'll see if that's able to help them any bit. Again, to anybody who just started watching, man, shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. Give your boy a like for the algorithm. Helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. Check and make sure everything's good. And this is NBA Finals Game 7, man. This one's for all the marbles, gang. This one is for all the marbles. Make sure we get those polls going on. What's up? What's up to anybody who just started watching? SGA with the baseline jumper. It's money. Who just followed, man? I just saw that, man. Who just followed? Shout out to Joe, to Joe Wen 34, man. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate it, gang. Appreciate it, man. Joe Wen, let me know who you got winning game 7, man. Appreciate the follow, man. Right now, OKC has the ball. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Chet Holmgren has the ball in the paint. Fades, bounces in. OKC. Looks like the Pacers came to play, though. They came out with a lot of energy. This game is in OKC, so that's something to keep in mind. The home court advantage is a thing in Game 7. The team that does have a home court advantage in the NBA Finals, if there is a Game 7, usually wins. I believe the record is like 24-4. Halliburton for 3. Money already. Let me double check this and make sure I got this right. We're going to ChatGPT this shit. Yeah, so in NBA Finals history, this guy says, I'm French, bro, but Pacers win. Shout out to Joe Wen, man. Are you like French from France? Do you live in France? Or do you live in Belgium? Oh my God. Tyrese Halliburton with a deep 3. That's 2 back-to-back threes from Tyrese Halliburton. So far, he is on fire. There's also a report that 20% of the tickets that were sold to Indiana Pacers fans. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to France. I've been to Paris before. Obviously, that's where everybody's go. But I've also been to Nice. Paris and Nice was nice, man. It was like by the water and all that. Super laid back and all that. That was tough. So you got Pacers winning. So let me ask you, Joe, and who do you got for MVP? If the Pacers win the NBA Finals, do you have Pascal Siakam winning MVP? Or do you have Tyrese Halliburton? SGA to the rack. He gets fouled, though. He will go to the line. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. NBA Finals Game 7. NBA Finals Game 7. This is for all the marbles. We're finally going to see who becomes NBA champions. Will OKC complete the all-time defensive season? Will SGA become NBA Finals MVP? Or will the Indiana Pacers steal another game in OKC? We will see. So far, the Indiana Pacers have came out extremely strong. They do not seem to be fazed by playing in OKC. We know that the Indiana Pacers play extremely well on the road. They have not been fazed this entire playoffs, and they have hit game winners. They have flat out embarrassed some teams and had major comebacks on the road. So the Indiana Pacers do not look fazed at all. Halliburton for another three, but he misses. Indiana gets the rebound. Hallie with a deep three again. Another deep three. Oh my God. Tyrese Halliburton is ready to go. Tyrese Halliburton is ready to go. OKC takes a timeout. I think he's hit 4 3-pointers already. Bomba Clyde. Tyrese Halliburton has 9 points already. Oh my God. Tyrese Halliburton has hit 3 threes already. Hey, he's ready to go. He's 3 for 4 from 3-pointer right now. Tyrese Halliburton has his game hat on, man. He's ready to go. We got a commercial break. So Tyrese Halliburton already with 9 points. Pascal Siakam with 3. Joe says Siakam is a real MVP. I agree with that. I think the flashier player obviously is Tyrese Halliburton. The game winners are nice and flashy. But I think in terms of consistency throughout the playoffs for the Indiana Pacers, it's been Pascal Siakam, man. He's been that consistent player. There's games where Tyrese Halliburton, plays extremely well. There's games where he plays all right, and there's some games where he just completely disappears. But in all of those games, Pascal Siakam has been consistent throughout every single game. And last game, bro, he was a demon, bro. Pascal Siakam was a straight demon last game. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, Joanne. I think if the Indiana Pacers do win this game and become NBA champions, I think that Pascal Siakam should be NBA Finals MVP. I mean, he was also Eastern Conference Finals MVP as well too. I know Tyrese Halliburton probably thought he would win that, but nah, man, it was Pascal Siakam. So I agree. Untaim says hi, Hali. Untaim, I know you want Pacers to win, man. It looks like they started off pretty strong already, man. If I'm a Pacers fan, I'm pretty confident because the Pacers, they don't shy away from home games, from big games, man. It seems like the bigger the game, the more the Pacers step up. The bigger the moment, they do not shy away from it, man. And listen, man, this is game 7. Any player can go crazy, bro, from any team. Any random player off the bench can go crazy in this game, man. So that's something to keep watch of, man, from both sides. You can have any random player go off, and that could be the deciding factor for this game, man. But truthfully, you want every single player to be locked in. You want those nerves to be calm, and you want to make sure that everybody is mentally there. All-star players, they got to be ready to go. Star players got to be ready to go. Your bench has to be ready to step up whenever they have the opportunity to. Man, for Oklahoma City, man, if you get Alex Caruso had a pretty bad game last game. But he needs to come off the bench, play the defense extremely well. He needs to be able to hit shots. Same with not Jalen Williams. Same with Isaiah Joe, Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins. These guys coming off the bench, man, they're going to need to hit threes. They're going to need to be consistent with defense. For Pacers, you already know Obi Toppin, Benedict Mathurin, TJ McConnell off the bench. They're going to need to be monsters, man. But we're going to see, man. It looks like Pascal Siakam... last game was calling for the ancestors, and they delivered, man. Pascal Siakam was an absolute monster last game. Joanne says Siakam will activate double mode. We will see, man. This guy did some Black Panther type shit, man. Went all the way back in time, talked to his ancestors, got the power from his ancestors. You know what I mean? Started dropping crazy points. And the crazy thing about that game is he didn't even drop anything more than 20 points. I think he had like 16 points. But he was going crazy, bro. That dunk on Jalen Williams that he had, that shit was absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I appreciate it. Give your boy a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm. Any like helps a lot. This is game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is for all the marbles. Right now, the Pacers lead 14-10. OKC has the ball. We will see what happens. There's a lot of Pacers fans in the crowd right now. It was said that before the game, 20% of the fans, the purchasers were actually from Indiana. Ooh, Alex Caruso with the wide open three. I am not obese. What up? Oh, this is a close game, bro. This is gonna be crazy. This entire game is gonna be a movie. Halliburton has the ball. Miles Turner. Back to Andrew Nembhard. To Mathurin. Oh, OKC's playing some tough defense. Air ball from Benedict Mathurin. Both teams look like they're ready to go, man. I will say Indiana started off fast, but oh, Jalen Williams slips on the ground. Andrew Nembhard, they're fighting for that ball, so there's going to be a jump ball between Andrew Nembhard and Jalen Williams. Chill everything, make sure good. Yeah, Alex Caruso had a terrible game last game, but this game, Alex Caruso looks like he's tapped in already. He got 1 3-pointer already coming off the bench pretty quickly. So we will see, man. Alex Caruso is going to need to play well, and then I think OKC is going to need to have one other player coming off the bench to be able to, if they want to be able to secure that wins. So I think either Aaron Wiggins or Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, one of those three is going to have to come off the bench and really make an impact on this game for the OKC to win this, because this is going to be I think this is going to be a pretty close game throughout the entirety of the game. I think it'll be close up until the fourth quarter, and then one of these teams will find a way to be able to pull away. And whatever team that is, obviously is going to end up winning Game 7 and the NBA Finals. But this is going to be a close one, man. This can go any way. This entire series has been a seesaw. Before the series started, I said it was OKC in 6. But as soon as that series started, man, Game 1 hit, I said, oh, no, this is going to 7. And so my revised series was OKC in 7. So we will see. It's worth noting that teams that play home field advantage, if it does go to 7 games, the teams that play at home are 15-4. Another 3 from Alex Caruso from the right corner. From that right side. OKC now leads for the first time. We got Nembhard getting fouled. He will go to the line. But yeah, the teams that play at home in Game 7 are 15-4 in terms of record. Now, obviously, those are past games, and past predictor does not predict the future, so we will see what goes on. But it's worth noting that teams that play at home for Game 7 do usually have that advantage. So that's something that OKC definitely will take advantage of, because as soon as OKC can get hot, that crowd can play a pivotal factor in this game. OKC is definitely one of the hardest places to play on the road in the NBA. And OKC usually does not lose it when they're at home. So that's something to keep in mind for this. But if there's any team that can be able to kill that, it's Indiana. Indiana's been doing it all season, and they've been doing it all playoffs. So but right now, so far, tie game. Both teams hot so far. Halliburton's off to a hot start. He has 3 straight threes. He's 3 for 4 from 3-pointer. Alex Caruso just misses a layup right now. Right now, Halliburton has the ball. He's feeling hot. He's being guarded by SGA. Passes it back to Nembhard. Nembhard kicks it out to Obi. Obi back to Halliburton. Turnover to SGA. Jalen Williams for the wide open dunk. Uh-oh. Fuck, no. No, Halliburton's hurt. Oh, no. Halliburton's on the ground. He looks pain. Oh, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh, no. He drives to the basket. And it's that calf. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He kind of slips. He extends that calf. It looks like he hyperextended that. Oh, my God. Pascal. Uh-oh. Hallie's on the ground. He's hurt. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. Halliburton just slipped on the ground. He had the ball. He was driving to the left with SGA guarding him, and he just slips. It looks like he he kind of slipped that calf, or that back leg extended all the way. So I don't know if he hyperextended his calf. He already had the right calf strain before game 5. He suffered that right calf strain, but it looks like, oh, that looked bad. It looks like he was on the ground and he was, so, man, I don't know. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this because this is an injury that I just got recently. Back in March, I suffered a torn Achilles, and this one looks like a torn Achilles strain. A torn Achilles. It looks like when he extended it back, that calf muscle stretched back a little bit too far. And if that's the case, then Tyrese Halliburton might have just suffered a torn Achilles. Now, this is the same right foot or the right leg where he had that calf strain. And anybody who knows, like, if you have muscle sprain or like a sprain or soreness in that right leg or whatever area, especially when it comes to Achilles, you're more likely to have an injury. So it looks like that's just what happened right now. Untaim says it snapped. Oof. Even just hearing that sound, oof. And I know it is because this just happened to me, man. Like I tore my left Achilles back in March playing soccer. And when a player slips and there's just pain on the ground, the same thing happened to Jason Tatum in round 2 as well. It's not looking good, man. And if this is the case, then I think OKC ends up winning this game, man. Because to have Halliburton, especially if he gets injured, to go out in that way, that's just mentally devastating for the team, man. Like for Indiana, that's mentally devastating for them if this is what it is. But this is what it looks like. I know Tyrese Halliburton wanted to go out there and give it his all, even with the muscle strain. But you know, when you're paying 100 miles an hour game speed, you can try to prepare for this as much as you can with some of the training and stuff like that, making sure you rehab as much as possible. But when you get out there and you're in game speed, man, you know, a lot of the time these injuries will happen. But anyone who's just tuning in, shout out to anybody who's watching, man, give a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm. It helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. It looks like Tyrese Halliburton just suffered a pretty major injury. We already know that he had that right calf sprain. I don't want to say that he suffered a torn Achilles, but it does look like it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty bad. So all prayers right now to Tyrese Halliburton, man. And this, man, you don't want to see this, man. Like, you want to see both teams be able to go at it 100%. You don't want, if you're OKC, you also don't want to win this or feel like you won it because one of the star players is out. And then for Indiana Pacers, man, it's just mentally devastating because Tyrese Halliburton was hot, man. He already has 9 points. He was hitting threes back to back to back. This is terrible, man. This is absolutely terrible. We're going to see what's happening right now. Oh, that's a calf strain. Oh, it looks like it actually might have been like a knee. Because his leg kind of fell awkwardly. Okay, we're just watching right now. We're seeing what's going on. Okay, Tyrese Halliburton is most likely out for the rest of the game. I guess we will hear shortly what happened. Right now, game is back. Now, Indiana's going to try and take one without one of their star players, man. You know, I was saying that I was under the thought process that Indiana needed Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and then essentially a full team effort. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tyrese Halliburton's he's not even able to put weight on it. I think that's a torn Achilles. I'll be honest, man. Whenever a player comes out non-weight bearing like that, man, that looks like a torn Achilles. That's terrible. So I'm just making assumptions here, but I just had that injury back in March. I'm still recovering from that. That looks like a torn Achilles to me, man. That's terrible. So right now, if you're the Indiana Pacers, mentally, you're just trying to stay as mentally tough as possible, knowing that you're down one of your star players, and somebody else got to step up, man. It's just so we're gonna see what happens. Pascal Siakam's currently at the free throw line. Pascal Siakam's been averaging 19.8 points per game throughout the NBA Finals. I'm of the opinion that if the Pacers do end up winning Game 7, that he should be the Indiana Pacers NBA Finals MVP. Pascal Siakam misses a free throw. So we will see. Right now, the game's tied 18. SGA has the ball. I have a feeling that SGA is going to have a hot game today. Benedict Mathurin has the ball for the Pacers. He's being guarded by Chet Holmgren. Puts up a shot. Being guarded by Holmgren, he misses. SGA has the ball right now. He's being guarded by Shepard. Pops it back out to Caruso. Caruso for three. In and out. Misses. Ball bounces back to OKC. They get another possession. They got 12 to shoot. SGA has the ball. Mid-range. Money. But yeah, it looks like anybody who just started watching, Tyrese Halliburton is injured, and it looks like he will not return. He was non-weight bearing when he was taken out. Shout out to Stephen M. 7620. So it looks like Tyrese Halliburton is out for the rest of the game. He is injured and will not return. I'm predicting that he has suffered a torn Achilles. That's what it looks like. He was crying in pain. He was on the floor. It did not look good. He was covering his face on the way out when he was being taken out of the game. It looks like he was pretty hysterical. So John Wentz said the whole league wants Pacers to win. I don't know about the whole league. Honestly, man, I think from what I've been seeing, I think it's pretty 50-50, man. I think because you got two small market teams, but I think from like the perspective of like the casual fan or whatever like that, like the Cinderella story of the Indiana Pacers, to me, I think sounds better, right? Because it's almost like a David versus Goliath thing, you know, like OKC had a historically great defensive season. They had the best record in the NBA. They have the MVP, right? So it's like for a team like the Pacers, who nobody even predicted to get this far, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals, it's like for them to be able to come back, and if they do win this game, to be able to win the NBA championship, like it's nothing short of a Cinderella run, you know? So I think from that perspective, absolutely. But nah, this Indiana Pacers team, man, like I really do hate that Halliburton got injured, man. Like, especially if it's an Achilles injury, man. I'm not gonna say he's still young. I mean, modern medicine is a lot different now than it was before. Achilles injury before would have been like a career ender. That's not the case anymore. But you know. But I don't know, that just sucks, man. That's not the type of injury you want to see, especially in the finals, man. Like Game 7, with everything on the line. I want to see like a dope game between both teams, man. I don't want to see a game without Tyrese Halliburton on the floor, man. I want to see both teams put it on the floor for real, for real. It's terrible. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, whatever platform you're on. Like and subscribe. Like the stream. It helps me out a lot. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals, man. This one's for all the marbles. OKC with the rebound. Casey Wallace has the ball, bringing it down. Gives it back out to Jalen Williams. Williams for three from OKC, misses. I'll be honest, man, I'm surprised that OKC hasn't taken a little bit more advantage of what's going on. You think they would have kind of extended their lead, knowing that the Indiana Pacers may be like a little bit emotionally out of it, or at least emotionally struck. Like, but right now the Pacers are still keeping it close. Masters with his own rebound, gets a shot, banks it in from the right side. Jalen Williams with the ball. He's being guarded by Shepard. He drives to the basket. Easy layup. We got a couple seconds left in the first quarter. TJ McConnell has the ball. So as you know, our broadcast is slightly behind the scoreboard. The broadcast is always slightly behind, just in case there's any issues that happen with the live broadcast. 3 seconds remaining. Let's see if Holmgren can get a shot up. Oh, he gets fouled, so he'll go to the line. Chet Holmgren will shoot 2. Casey Wallace with the steal on TJ McConnell. And this is what we're talking about right here. The OKC defense is starting to show. They've already forcing turnovers and everything. Right now, Indiana Pacers already have 4 turnovers. So OKC right now, they're playing a lot more like that regular OKC team. Chet Holmgren on the line. Chet Holmgren hits the second one. Sorry, misses the first one, hits the second one. Indiana will have 1 to shoot. Siakam catches and shoots. Misses. Okay, that's the end of the first quarter. OKC leads by 3. Now, we're going to see how this progresses. It seems like Indiana... Oof, oh my God, they just replayed Tyrese Halliburton again. Literally, as soon as he took that step and slipped and extended it, he was already in pain. He was slamming on the floor in pain. Bruh, you hate to see it, bruh. I'm gonna tell you what happened with me when I was playing soccer when I got my injury, and essentially I'm running back to the other end, the opponent's end. There's like literally 5 minutes left in the game, and I turn my body, I accelerate, and as soon as I turn my body and accelerate, I guess my leg must have been in a weird position. We're also playing on turf as well too. Y'all know turf be getting mad people injured. And as soon as I turned around and tried to accelerate, I just heard pop. And as soon as I heard the pop, I was on the ground in pain, bro. So those Achilles injuries are no joke. It looks like that's what Tyrese Halliburton has. And to me, it looks like Achilles because he's non-weight bearing. He had to be lifted out of the court by some other people as well. So it looks like that right calf strain, like I guess it must have been overloaded or he must have landed on it extremely weird when he was moving forward. And there was just enough force there just to be able to cause that pop. But at least right now, what it's looking like, it looks like Tyrese Halliburton has a torn right Achilles. Shout out to Servant in Shadows, man. Shout out to anybody who just started watching the live stream, man. Like, subscribe, follow. It helps me out a lot in the algorithm. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals live reaction. Right now, Tyrese Halliburton, for anybody who's just tuning in or just saw, Tyrese Halliburton has left the game. He is injured. It looks like he suffered a torn Achilles. But we will see. We'll get the official report, I guess, by the end of the game. But right now, so far, it looks like Tyrese Halliburton is injured. And he's out for the rest of the game. But despite that, it's still a pretty close game. It's only a 3-point game. Oklahoma City Thunder are up by 3. And even with Tyrese Halliburton going down and being out for the rest of the game, Indiana Pacers look like they're gonna scrap their way through this game. So we will see what happens. But if the OKC Thunder are able to go out and win this game, so first of all, if the Pacers somehow find a way to win this game, this is all-time legendary, because to have one of your star players go out, and if you come back and win this game with the Cinderella story they've had for this season, man, you got to just give it up to the Pacers, man, for real. But if the OKC Thunder win this game, you're looking at a closure to an all-time historic season with the NBA championship, man. The Oklahoma City Thunder had an all-time historic defense this season, one of the best defensive teams statistically in NBA history. They obviously have the NBA MVP, and it's something to keep in mind that if the OKC Thunder do win the finals, it is most likely that SGA will win NBA Finals MVP. He will complete the first quadruple ever in NBA history for an individual player. They'll be winning the scoring title in the same year, NBA MVP in the same year, Western Conference Finals MVP, as well as NBA Finals MVP. I believe he will be the first person to be able to complete the quadruple. Let me double check this to make sure. I think the last person to do was MJ. MJ and Shaquille O'Neal. The Indiana Pacers have tied the game. Now, Caruso Hartenstein gets fouled. He will go to the line. Now, I want to see if OKC can pull away. Joe says, damn, bro, that sounds rough. Achilles injuries are brutal. Bro, Achilles injuries are absolutely brutal, bro. They are super tough. You got to imagine, too, like, usually any lower limb injury are already tough enough, but that Achilles is super tough because you need that for, if you're an athlete, you need that for speed. You just need your Achilles to walk, period, right? So you're non-weight bearing, you're on crutches for a couple weeks. It's a super tough injury, but at least now, like, the rehabbing for it and the procedures for it are a lot more updated. So before an Achilles injury for at least a lot of these athletes, that would have been a potential career ender back in the day, like 20, 30 years ago. But now because of modern medicine, there's plenty of players who've had an Achilles injury who have still come back and then played. KD's one of them. He had an Achilles injury. Even just this year, man, there's been 3 Achilles injuries. If Tyrese Halliburton is confirmed to have a torn Achilles, there's even just this year in this playoffs, there's been 3 players, including Tyrese Halliburton. Jason Tatum suffered the torn Achilles, and then also Damian Lillard had a torn Achilles as well in the first round. So I don't know what's going on. There's might be fatigue with some of the players. A lot of calf strains are happening, but to have 3 players blow out their Achilles in the same playoff year is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. So that's something that the NBA is going to have to look into, because if players are having calf strain injuries, they're being rehabbed and they're still suffering torn Achilles, even though they're rehabbing actively, then they may want to reconsider just sitting players with calf strains. The protocol may change for players with calf strains, because I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum had a calf strain right before he suffered the Achilles injury. Same with Damian Lillard too. Damian Lillard actually had blood clots. Damian Lillard literally had blood clots and was supposed to miss the entire first round, I believe, but ended up coming back early and then suffered the torn Achilles. So yeah, I think the NBA is going to really have to reconsider how they look at those calf strains and whether they let players actually go ahead and play with those calf strains, because you can't be having your star players like Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum all suffering torn Achilles, bro. Like, you just can't do that. It's not good for the league. And it shows a little bit of negligence on the part of the doctors that are in the NBA. Because it's one thing to have maybe multiple players throughout, an 82 game season. That's one thing. But to have 3 players in each round of the NBA playoffs, 3 star players in each round of the NBA playoffs suffer torn Achilles, nah, that's not a good look at all. Shout out to anybody who just started watching whatever platform you're on, man. Give a like, subscribe, follow. It helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. We will be covering a lot of news throughout the offseason after the NBA Finals is done. We have some huge trade news today. Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets today. So that was some huge news that happened. So at halftime, I'll be taking a look at that as well, too. We'll dive deeper into the details of the trade. But today, so far, earlier today, before the NBA Finals popped off, we had huge trade news around, I think, around 11 a.m. We had Kevin Durant getting traded to the Houston Rockets. I believe he got traded for Dillon Brooks. Jalen Green, and some picks. So I'll go through the picks and confirm what exactly was the trade, but huge trade deal, man. Huge trade news, and NBA offseason is popping off, man. This is going to be one of the hottest off seasons we've had in quite some time for the NBA, man. Crazy stuff going on. Right now, the Pacers still lead. I'm pleasantly surprised at this, man. In a weird way, OKC actually plays just as good, if not better, without Tyrese Halliburton. There are some games where Tyrese Halliburton completely disappears, and they're still able to get a win out of those games, man. So with the Indiana Pacers, man, anyone can step up. Hartenstein with the layup in the basket. OKC takes the lead. Pascal Siakam has it. Passes to Mathurin. He's being guarded by Alex Caruso. Pascal Siakam again to Shepard. Oh, Alex Caruso forces a turnover. Casey Wallace commits a turnover, kicks the ball accidentally right to Indiana. Pascal Siakam's being guarded by Casey Wallace. That's a mismatch. 5 to shoot. Siakam misses. Isaiah Hartenstein with the rebound. Williams drives to the paint. Gets fouled by, looks like, Bradley. Big Emo Gaming. Big Ego Gaming. What up, gang? What up, what up, what up? He said, we here for that OKC ring. Okay. So we got a lot of mixes, man. We got some Pacers fans in here. We got some OKC fans in here. Big Ego Gaming. I'm not sure if you saw it, but Tyrese Halliburton got injured. It looks like he tore his Achilles. He did have that right calf strain that he suffered in game 5. And he's been nursing ever since, but it looks like he just fell really badly and ended up tearing that Achilles, that right Achilles. He got helped out of the game. He was non-weight bearing, and he needed assistance to get to the locker room. But he was on fire, man. Tyrese Halliburton was 3 back-to-back threes. He had 9 points already in the first quarter. There was just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter when Tyrese Halliburton suffered that injury. So he was balling, man. He was on pace to have a monumental game. So we're going to see if the Indiana Pacers are able to mentally stay in there. They've been able to keep the game close somewhat. It's only a 2-point game, so we're going to see if OKC is able to take a big lead, but they've been also resting a lot of their players as well. Right now, SGA is back. I will say it looks like so far OKC's been a lot better defensively, and they're reducing the turnovers they have. Turner gets fouled. Miles Turner will go to the free throw line. Yeah, I think the same too, man. I don't think Tyrese Halliburton deserved that too. It sucks, man, because he was having a great finals. And especially for a game 7, man, you want to see both teams be able to put it all out on the line, you know? Like, you don't want to see anybody get injured. You want to see everybody have full health. And you want to see both teams go at each other full strength. So it is a little bit unfortunate, man. I feel like that injury kind of robs us of a monumental game 7, because Tyrese Halliburton was on track to have a monumental game, man. He already had 9 points in the first quarter. He was hitting them threes, man. He was feeling it. So this really does suck. This really does suck. But we haven't got official word yet. That's just what I think. Just because I suffered the same injury, so I kind of know the signs when I see it now. So we haven't got an official word, but to me it looks like a torn right Achilles. SGA gets fouled. So, and that goes back to another conversation that I was having right before you came. I think the NBA has to take a look at the NBA has to take a look at their protocols, man, because this is the 3rd straight player of these NBA playoffs, just this year, to suffer a torn Achilles. In the first round, it was Damian Lillard. Now, Damian Lillard, before the torn Achilles, he was actually on blood thinners, man. He had blood clots. So it was reported that he wasn't going to be back until after the first round of the playoffs. He came back early. It said like he recovered miraculously. He came back early. He suffered the torn Achilles. So they probably shouldn't have brought him back as early as he did. Jason Tatum in the second round, when New York faced against the Celtics, he suffered a torn Achilles. I believe it was in game 5. It was either game 4 or game 5. And I think he had the same issue as Tyrese Halliburton. I think he had a right calf strain as well. And then now you have Tyrese Halliburton suffering an injury in game 7 of the NBA Finals. So that's 3 stars in one playoff, NBA playoffs, all getting injured, man. So that's crazy. Honestly, it's been an insane season. Too many players dropping with injuries. Yeah, man. It's crazy. True, yeah. I completely forgot about Curry too. Curry and Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie had that what was it? I think Kyrie had an ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Curry had that. I think Curry had a hamstring injury too. But the doctors on the Golden State Warriors are a little bit smarter though. They rested Curry for most of the finals. I know. I think I know it's hard because players, they want to be out there as well at the same time. Like, you have a right hamstring injury, you still want to be out there on the floor, right? So I know a lot of the times these players are like, nah, like, doctor, I know you said I shouldn't play or whatever, or I should nurse it, but I still want to go out there. But nah, man, I think you don't want to end up coming back early and then suffering a worse injury. That's not what you want. SGA is going crazy right now. He's cooking Neesmith. He just cooked him with that mid-range again. Right now, SGA has 12. So SGA looks like he's starting to get hot now too. But yeah, Kyrie, Curry, JT, Hallie, Damian Lillard suffered it as well. Like, the NBA has to take a hard look at like what their doctors are telling or what they're allowing players to do. Because the NBA is a fast-paced sport, man. And then when you're playing game speed too, like, game speed is different from the intensity level is different. You know, you're making movements with your body, twitch movements. Like, NBA is a very much fast twitch muscle fiber game, right? So like I think these doctors really do need to reevaluate how they're letting players rest, rehab when it comes to muscle strains. But I think looking at what happened with these injuries for these other guys, I think that the Golden State Warriors made the best choice possible, man. Like, they didn't try to force Curry in there at all. They know Curry's a little bit older. They know that he's had other injuries before. Like, Curry early in his career had like really bad ankle injuries. Like, it was, well, early in Curry's career, we didn't actually know if he was going to become an all-star or not because he was like plagued by those ankle injury issues. So it was like a thing where he was like injured quite a bit. But he was able to find a trainer to help work on his lower body, able to make himself more consistent. And since then, Curry's had a pretty solid career, obviously, like Steph Curry, but he's one of the greatest shooters of all time. But I think those Golden State doctors for the Golden State Warriors, they made the right choice by making sure that Curry wasn't out there, especially knowing that he's a little bit older. Now, I'm not sure about those Buck doctors. Why they let Damian Lillard come back so early? That's a pretty big mistake. Because I don't know, the way things are going too with the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know if Damian Lillard's going to be there next season. To be honest, I don't know. Shit, you don't even know if Giannis is going to be there next season. Giannis may potentially ask for a trade as well. But let's go through the game stats so far. Let's see what's going on. So right now, OKC shooting 44% from field goal. Indiana shooting 40%. OKC shooting 22% from 3-point. So they're shooting another poor 3-point shooting game. Right now, the Indiana Pacers are shooting 54% from 3-point. Most of that was Tyrese Halliburton. He was 3 for 4 from 3-pointer in the first quarter before he went down with that, what looks like an Achilles injury. And right now, it looks like that OKC defense is playing the way they usually play so far. They're looking like a pretty stout defense. They're forced 7 turnovers already on the Indiana Pacers. OKC has 2 turnovers, and right now rebounds are the same for each team, 14 rebounds each. Let's see points. So right now, Tyrese Halliburton was actually leading points for the Indiana Pacers before he got injured. He had 9 points. Let me tell you, for anybody who missed, Tyrese Halliburton was hot in the first quarter. He was hitting 3 after 3 after 3 early. Like, he already had 9 points early. There was 5 minutes left in the first quarter when he went down with the injury, and he already had 5 points. Sorry, he already had 9 points. So Tyrese Halliburton was on pace for double-digit points just in the first quarter alone before he went down with the injury. So that's tough for the Indiana Pacers. We got Pascal Siakam with 8 points already, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Aaron Nesmith, 3 points. Miles Turner, 1 point. Andrew Nembhard, 4 points. And then we got Benedict Mathurin with 5 points. They're showing the Canadians right now, the Canadian national team. We got 4 Canadians right now in the NBA Finals. Obviously, SGA. We got Lou Dort. Him and Benedict Mathurin are actually both from Montreal. And we got Andrew Nembhard too. Andrew Nembhard is also Canadian. So we got 4 Canadians in the NBA Finals at the same time, which I think is the most ever for Canadians. Benedict Mathurin gets blocked by SGA. Cason Wallace, 3, money. And it looks like this is where OKC is looking to pull away a little bit. We will see. Someone else is going to have to step up for the Indiana Pacers. The OKC defense is looking a little bit aggressive right now. Miles Turner We'll go to the line, excuse me. OKC is playing extremely aggressive right now on defense. Playing extremely aggressive. Yep, OKC just took the lead. We're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. Miles Turner misses the first free throw. And this is something that might kill them as well. Pascal Siakam missed a free throw already. Miles Turner just misses a free throw. Indiana, if they want to win this game, man, not only are their bench players going to have to step up, but they're going to need to make every single free throw that they get in this game from now on. If Indiana plays extremely hard and everybody contributes, they can keep this game close. Maybe 1 to 2 possession game, maybe 3 possession game. Oh, he just missed both free throws. But if they continue to miss free throws and this game starts to fall apart, then it's not looking good, G. OKC gets the rebound. That was after a wild series. The ball just started bouncing around. Casey Wallace for 3 again. Misses. A lot of those OKC bench players are coming off and they're trying to hit those dagger threes. Casey Wallace just attempted back-to-back threes. Right now, OKC's up by 5. So up by 3. But OKC looks like they're pretty locked in so far. TJ McConnell, oh my God, that was a crafty move. He's being guarded by Chet. Crafty move down by the net. Casey Wallace with the ball. To Caruso. Caruso to Chet Holmgreen. Corner 3. Miss. Bounces off the rim. Pacers get the rebound. Nembhard has the ball. He drives to the lane. Off the glass, he gets it. 1-point game. The Indiana Pacers are keeping it close, man. And this is what I'm saying. Like, Indiana Pacers, even without Tyrese Halliburton, of course, you know, having your star players is definitely good, but the Indiana Pacers have won plenty of games where Tyrese Halliburton was just non-existent in that game. So the Indiana Pacers can do it. It'll be extremely hard, but they can do it. Now, one thing I will say is that if you're OKC and you're seeing that this is all that Arzif says, what happened to him? Tyrese Halliburton, man, he left the game with under 5 minutes left. It looks like he suffered a torn Achilles, man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So Tyrese Halliburton already had that right calf strain that he got in game 5. But the way he fell, man, like it does not look good. Like as soon as he fell to the ground, he was in pain. He was slamming the floor. Yeah, that parlay is cooked, bro. You sold your parlay. That parlay is cooked. Tyrese Halliburton is done for the rest of the game. I'm speculating he suffered a torn Achilles, and I only know because I just suffered that injury as well, but it looks like a torn Achilles. And he was taken to the locker room. He was non-weight bearing. Like people had to help him go to the locker room. So he's done, man. He's absolutely done. For the game, at least, you know. I mean, back in the day, torn Achilles would have been a career ender, but, you know, medicine has come a long way. So, you know, he'll still be able to come back and have a long career. But yeah, this shit is absolutely terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. But shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. Like the stream, follow, subscribe. We'll be covering a bunch of NBA news in the off season. We got a lot of news, man. Kevin Durant just got traded today to the Houston Rockets. That was the biggest news of the day so far, right before the NBA Finals. Let's go back and confirm what he was traded for. He was traded for a whole lot. Let's go through the full trade. Shams Charania. Now, y'all can be the judge of whether this is a good trade or not. So yeah, Phoenix Suns traded the 2-time NBA Finals MVP Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets, and the Houston Rockets, they gave up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a number 10 pick, and 5 second-round picks for Kevin Durant. Now, I'll let y'all be the judge. Is that too much for a Kevin Durant? So let me say that again. So the Phoenix Suns traded Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets, and the Houston Rockets gave up Jalen Green, they gave up Dylan Brooks, a number 10 pick in the 2025 draft, and 5 second-round picks. Absolutely crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Kevin Durant is, you know, he's literally one of the best scorers of all time. But Kevin Durant right now is 36 years old, my G. Like, Kevin Durant is towards the end of his career. Like, I know conditioning for players right now is a lot different than it was back in the day, but I don't know if I'm giving up all those draft picks for Kevin Durant, man. On top of Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, man, that's kind of crazy. So I don't know. And we've seen the story plenty of times where teams will play a bunch of their future draft picks for, you know, a well-known star now. And Houston Rockets said that they want to get closer to winning the NBA championship. And this is why they did it. I don't know, man. To me, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, to me, it sounds like more like they're just trying to get a big name in there, sell tickets. Exactly like what they did when they got James Harden back in the day. This for me, like, I don't know why you would trade maybe Dylan Brooks, a number 10 pick and some 5 second round picks. But I don't know why you would give up Jalen Green, man. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, that's the thing. KD is a monster, but time keeps on moving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know if I like that trade. Like, I don't mind the trade, but like, I just don't think you should give up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a number 10 pick, and 5 second round picks for that shit, man. Like, come on, bro. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like maybe they're just trying to sell tickets. Who knows? It's worth noting that the Houston Rockets just re-signed their coach, Ime Udoka, to like the largest coaching contract ever. So maybe they had talks with Ime Udoka, and they were like, listen, man, I can get the best out of KD. We can add another shooter. Make sure our defense is stout and see what we can do with this thing. But I don't know, man. I just don't think that's a good trade. Game's back on. Just under. Yeah, I think they lose out as well, too. Joanne, bro, I don't think that's a good trade at all. And I think even though, like, they lost to, who did the Rockets lost to? I think the Golden State Warriors in the first round. They made it to 7 games, right? Like, I think in that series, it was just the fact that, like, the Rockets are a younger team. You know what I mean? Like, the only veteran they had was Fred VanVleet, and I rock with Fred VanVleet. That's my guy, but I don't think Fred VanVleet was his leadership or his veteran leadership that he has. Like, you still got a lot of young guys on that team, so I think that was like the main takeaway from them. But I think if they kept that team together, they would have been able to work on it. But I don't know. Maybe they just lost faith in Jalen Green as well. That could also be it. So maybe they're going to look to grab another player on top of KD. Yo, Pacers are keeping this game close, man. It's still a 40-40 both teams. Miles Turner for 3. Miss. Lou Dort with the rebound. But yeah, I'll be honest. I think Rockets lose out on the trade as well. I don't think that's a good trade. SGA gets blocked by Pascal Siakam. Oh, deflected. Okay, so we'll get that ball back. Yeah, I mean, for the Rockets, it's a good trade if you want to sell tickets. But I don't know how many people are giving up a number 10 pick, 5 second round picks. Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, who's a great defensive player, for a superstar who's 36 years old, who suffered a torn Achilles in 2019. So I don't know, but I'm not a GM, so what do I know? I guess. Shout out to anyone who just started watching, man. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals live watch party. Shout out to Nathan. Let me know who you guys got winning this game. Who wins Game 7, man? Is it OKC? Or is it the Indiana Pacers? Even though Tyrese Halliburton went down early, the Pacers are keeping this relatively close. Anyone coming in, let me know who you got winning. Jalen Williams with the ball right now. OKC has 10 to shoot. SGA to the rack, but it gets blocked. Looks like they're calling goaltending, though. So OKC will get those 2 points. Just 2 seasons later, and KD might them. What does that mean? 2 seasons later, and KD might them? What does might them mean? Okay, so you got the rebound. Indiana Pacers just missed their last shot. And if I'm the OKC Thunder, this is where I want to pull away. You got just a little bit over 2 minutes left in the quarter. You can finish the quarter, increase the game to like maybe a 3-4 possession game. Case of what? Another 3 miss. Isaiah Hartenstein with the rebound. Looks like we're getting a jump ball. OKC, I'm gonna say, like, it looks like they're playing a little bit scared right now. I think they're being a little bit more cautious than they are aggressive, and it's showing. SGA gives, like, he had a little floater in the lane that he would usually take, but he passes it out to the corner. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad pass to make, but I think SGA, if he's not overthinking that, he usually just takes that floater himself. OKC has the ball. They got 0.5 to shoot, so they got to catch and shoot. Oh, Harkenstein just hits it out of bounds. I guess he knows that we didn't got just 2 seasons later, and KD might let them go. Andrew Nembhard brings up the ball for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin has the ball now. Aaron Nesmith. Benedict Mathurin's being guarded by SGA. Pulls up for 3. Money. Absolute money. Pacers take the lead. Now, I don't know what the fuck the OKC Thunder are doing. We got their star player out, man. This is the exact opportunity he wanted to take the lead. Oh, wow. Another turnover by OKC. These guys are in their head, man. Right now, it looks like Indiana, regardless of who goes down, they believe they're going to win a lot more. The Thunder, I don't think, are being as aggressive as they should be. I think they're being overly cautious. Right now, OKC has 5 turnovers. Indiana has 8. We just got just over a minute left in the second quarter. Nembhard to Siakam. Obi Toppin for 3. Misses. Siakam gets the rebound, tries to get the rebound, gets fouled. I believe Siakam will take free throws. Both teams are in the bonus. The Pacers are hustling, rotating, finding that open man. They're doing whatever they can to be able to get open looks. I think OKC needs to take a timeout. I think they need to take a timeout and come up with close the quarter with some better energy, man. It's just absolute garbage if you're an OKC fan. We'll see what happens at halftime. Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam makes both free throws. Pacers have been on a 9-2 run in the last 3 minutes. I don't love these shots. Ooh, 3-pointer from SGA, but went in and out. Whoa, what's going over there? That's like Obi Toppin and Harkenstein were going at it. We got just under a minute left. Nembhard, jump shot, misses. OKC gets that rebound, it bounces around a lot. Harkenstein on 1. Isaiah Harkenstein goes to the basket, gets fouled. And he will take a free throw as well. And OKC will look to tie the game. OKC's down by 1 right now. SGA drives to the basket, gets both players on him. Oh yeah, he gets fouled pretty badly by Toppin and by Pascal Siakam at the same time. But that's a nice finish by Isaiah Harkenstein, being fouled by 2 players and still being able to finish strong. Shout out to Klein, shout out to Agent 22. Isaiah Harkenstein will shoot. He has 4 points already. And he makes the free throw. Tie game. We got 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Whoa. We got an offensive foul on the Pacers. Called on Benedict Mathurin. Looks like he charges Lou Dort. The Indiana Pacers don't like that call at all. That's a moving screen. Yeah, Benedict Mathurin just wanna. That's that Canadian on Canadian beef, man. SGA has the ball, is being guarded by Nembhard. I think SGA loves being guarded by Nembhard, man. He's been cooking him. And one. Goes in and out. Nembhard called for a foul. SGA will shoot free throws. So we just got note. They confirmed that it is Achilles. So I think we have official confirmation that Tyrese Halliburton has suffered a torn Achilles. So Tyrese Halliburton is not returning for Game 7. It is confirmed that he has suffered a torn Achilles. Again, Tyrese Halliburton will not be returning for Game 7. It's been officially confirmed that he suffered an Achilles injury, most likely a torn Achilles, and he will not return. Oh my God. That's pretty devastating for the Indiana Pacers. But if you're on the Pacers, man, you want to win this one for Halliburton. It can go either way, man. Either the Pacers can be devastated by this and completely lose out. Woo! Andrew Nembhard with the 3. Pacers take the lead. SGA half-court shot. Nothing. Indiana Pacers lead by 1.5. Andrew Nembhard with a deep 3 to close out the quarter. The Indiana Pacers right now are down, but they are not out. Andrew Nembhard. Nice back step, create that space. Chet Holmgren was guarding him and knocks down that 3-pointer right before the half. Man says, give me 3 good picks on underdog. You going for that parlay, man? Well, what do they got on underdog right now, man? I'm not on underdog. What are they showing right now for parlays? I got to know what the parlays are first before I let you know if it's good or not. But shout out to you, real Denver fan, man. Appreciate that. And shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. Like the stream. It helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs, 500 followers, 500 subscribers. So anything helps me grow. We just got official confirmation that Tyrese Halliburton has suffered an Achilles injury. We just got confirmation on the stream. So Tyrese Halliburton is confirmed to have suffered an Achilles injury and will not return. Absolutely brutal. With just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter, he suffered an Achilles injury. Now, we already knew that he had the right calf strain that he suffered in Game 5, and it looks like that injury has been nagging him throughout the majority of the playoffs or since that point. Game 6, he looked absolutely phenomenal, and it didn't look like that Achilles injury was bothering him at all. But then this game, he starts off hot. Tyrese Halliburton had 9 points in the first quarter. He looks like he was on pace for double digits in the first quarter, and he came out with a lot of energy, man. But again, with just under 5 minutes left in that first quarter, he fell funny. It looked like he almost snapped his Achilles, but it looked pretty bad. But he has been confirmed that he will not return for Game 7, and he suffered a torn Achilles. We said I also got Fliff. What's Fliff? I got to know what the parlays are, man. You got to give me a list of some. You got to give me like over-under for SGA amount of points or over-under for turnovers or something, man. I don't know what Fliff means. Let's go over the box score, see what's going on right now with all these players. So right now we got Pascal Siakam leading the Indiana Pacers in scoring as per usual with 10 points. He has 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Aaron Nesmith, 3 points. Miles Turner, 3 points. Andrew Nembhard, 9 points. He hit a big 3 right before the end of the half. He also has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Tyrese Halliburton had 9 points. He hit 3 back-to-back threes right before he got injured. It has been confirmed that he suffered a torn Achilles, or they said Achilles injury, but I'm pretty confident that's a torn Achilles. So Tyrese Halliburton will not return for game 7. He is out for the rest of the game. We got Obi Toppin with 0 points off the bench, Tony Bradley with 2 points, TJ McConnell with 4 points, and Benedict Mathurin with 8 points off the bench. Even though Tyrese Halliburton went down early, and this is a devastating injury, man. A torn Achilles is absolutely devastating. The Indiana Pacers have found a way to be able to stay in that game, and mentally they have not let Tyrese Halliburton's injury, not let him set him back. Shout out to Real Denver Fan 1, shout out to Raphael, shout out to Sally. But yeah, we got confirmation just now that Tyrese Halliburton has suffered a torn Achilles and will not return for game 7. He is out for the rest of the game. As soon as he fell on the ground, you could tell that he was in extreme pain. He was extremely emotional. He had to be carried out with people. He could not weight bear at all. So we're pretty certain that he has a torn Achilles and will not return for the rest of the game. We just got the report. Now, for anyone who just started watching, he had suffered that right calf strain in game 5, and like he's had that injury since, which he's been rehabbing. But this is now the 3rd torn Achilles in these playoffs this year. We had Damian Lillard, who suffered the first torn Achilles in round 1 of the NBA Finals. Then we had Jason Tatum, who suffered a torn Achilles in game 2 when the Boston Celtics faced off against the New York Knicks. I believe it was in game 4 he went down with the torn Achilles. And now in the NBA Finals, game 7, we have Tyrese Halliburton, who went down with the torn Achilles. I will be right back. I'm going to go get some water, something to eat. But sorry, not something to eat. I'm just get water quickly, but I'll be right back. And I'm going to go to the bathroom right before halftime starts. But we're going to break down some of the stats so far for OKC when I come back. We're going to cover some of the news that came out today. Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets earlier today. Let me just go through that quickly before we go there. Let me just switch the screen. Give me a second, gang. Because that was the biggest news before the NBA Finals even started. That Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets. And the Houston Rockets gave up a whole lot for Kevin Durant, man. Now, I don't know if y'all like this trade or not. I'm going to show y'all here. Let me go back, but let me read it out for y'all. So the Houston Rockets got Kevin Durant, but they traded him for Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, a number 10 pick in the NBA draft for this year, and 5 second-round picks. So let me say that again. The Houston Rockets traded for Kevin Durant, and they gave up Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, a number 10 pick, and 5 second-round picks to the Phoenix Suns for Kevin Durant. Now, I rock with Kevin Durant, man. Kevin Durant is an absolutely phenomenal player, one of the best scorers in NBA history. But for a 36-year-old player who's about to, his twilight years, I think, are pretty much gone. I think this is a lot to give up for Kevin Durant. No, Houston Rockets say that they're trying to win now. This is why they traded, or they went all in for Kevin Durant. But is Kevin Durant really the player to be able to take you to the NBA Finals with what you got right now? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I think that the Houston Rockets gave up a little bit too much for Kevin Durant. Now, there was already rumors before Houston made this trade that they wanted to potentially trade Jalen Green. Now, I don't know if it's a development thing, but I think they had issues with the fact that he didn't really improve his game from when he was a rookie up until this point. So there was already rumors that Jalen Green was going to get traded. So that's no surprise as well. But I think also giving up a number 10 pick and 5 second-round picks is quite a bit as well for Kevin Durant, who's an aging superstar. But it looks like this is what Houston does, man. Every once in a while, they just want that star player in H-Town. They did the same thing with James Harden back in the day. And now they got Kevin Durant, man. So Kevin Durant officially traded today to the Houston Rockets. So one of the biggest trades, but I'm going to be covering all the NBA news in the offseason as well, too. There's going to be more trade news coming out. Kevin Durant is the biggest news so far. He's officially been traded to the Houston Rockets, but we will continue to cover and live stream all the different things that are coming out. I got to hurry. I got to put these picks in. Bro, you didn't tell me what the picks are. I don't know I don't got, I don't got underdog. I don't know what those parlays look like. You got to tell me what the parlays are, and I can tell you whether to take them or not. Shout out to anyone who just started watching, man. Like the stream, subscribe, follow. We're on the road to 500 subs. That helps me out a lot. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some quick water. Shea over under 32 points. All right. There you go. Shout out to that, man. So how much does Shea got right now? Sorry, let me just refresh this and give you a pick. Jalen Williams, 16.5 assists. Oh, no. You got to go under for that. I don't think Jalen Williams is getting 16 assists in this game. But SGA, Sorry, let me see. And Pascal 5.5 assists. Pascal Siakam, I think, will have over 5. Will have 6 assists. So I think you can lock in Pascal for 6 assists. Jalen Williams is not getting 16.5 assists in this game, bro. That's just not happening. SGA. Let me just double check. I don't know why ESPN is not showing the full. Let me see how much SGA has right now. Yeah, I think you could lock in SGA for over 32. SGA right now has 16 points. The Oklahoma City Thunder are not winning this game with SGA scoring under 32 points. So I think SGA, you have to score 33. He has 16 already. I think he will find a way to get to 33 or 34 for this game. So I think, but again, bro, this is you. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But I think SGA will have 34 points, 34, 35 points this game. Jalen Williams is not getting 16.5 assists, so I think that's a dub. But Pascal Siakam, I think, will have over 5.5 assists. All right, I'm going to be right back. We bike. Ben Style says, who do you think is getting finals MVP? Let me tell you, man, I think if OKC wins the NBA Finals, without a doubt, is going to be SGA. I think he has a pretty much an 80% chance of winning NBA Finals MVP. Keep this in mind. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but SGA also won the scoring title this year. So if he wins NBA Finals MVP, he'll be the first player to win NBA Finals MVP, scoring title, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA MVP all in the same season. So he will be the first player to get a quadruple. I know they just introduced the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals MVP just recently. But I think if OKC win the finals, will be SGA for sure that gets NBA Finals MVP. If the Pacers win, though, I think it's going to be Pascal Siakam. I think even though Tyrese Halliburton has had a lot of the big shots in the series, the game winners, all the flashy stuff, I think the most consistent player through and through for the Indiana Pacers has been Pascal Siakam. Pretty much every single game, Pascal Siakam has led the team in rebounds as well as scoring. So I think, and he's been great defensively as well. Y'all see what he did, man. Like this motherfucker damn near called back the ancestors. You know what I mean? In Game 6, turned back the clock, called the ancestors' eyes roll to the back of the head to be able to summon all the spirit power from his ancestors to be able to win Game 6. So, you know, not only is this guy the MVP for the Pacers, but, you know, spiritual MVP at the same time too. Shout out to Pascal Siakam, man. But yeah, I think if the Pacers win this game and they win NBA Finals, then it will be Pascal Siakam for sure that gets MVP. What about Dort? No, I don't think. You know, it sucks, but when it comes to like role players, which Lou Dort is, like obviously he's the all defensive first team. Like Lou Dort is an amazing player, but I don't think he's gonna get MVP just because he guarded Tyrese Halliburton and Lou Dort. Like I just don't think. That's not what the NBA usually gives out. You know what I mean? I think the only time that's happened is in 2015. But when what's his face was guarding LeBron James in the Golden State Warriors one. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's his name? Golden State Warriors MVP 2015. I'm blanking on his name. Hold on, let me just search it up right now. Andre Iguodala. And even though Andre Iguodala wasn't like necessarily an offensive powerhouse in that game, but because he guarded LeBron James in that series and he was the main reason, like he kept LeBron James as quiet as you can in that series, he won NBA Finals MVP. But I don't think that happens in this series. I think in this series it's pretty clear that at least for NBA Finals MVP, for the ranking, it would be SGA, it would be Jalen Williams, and then it would probably be, I would say Alex Caruso actually. Would probably be third for MVP Finals voting. But I think, if OKC wins, it'll be SGA who wins it. And if the Pacers win, it'll be Pascal Siakam. I think it's pretty apparent that this team would not have got this far without Pascal Siakam. Here's what they needed, gang. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. Like the stream, follow, subscribe. Helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. You dig? Just for anyone who just started watching, man, Tyrese Halliburton has been officially confirmed to not be returning for the rest of the game. Pascal Siakam, shout out to Ben Styles, man, for following, man. I appreciate that. Tyrese Halliburton has been confirmed to have Achilles injury. I'm pretty sure it's an Achilles tear, and I only know that because I just tore my Achilles recently, so I know the signs. But yeah, it looks like Tyrese Halliburton has suffered a torn Achilles. He will not be returning for the rest of the game. It has been confirmed. So Tyrese Halliburton, I keep saying Pascal Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton is out for the rest of the game, has been confirmed. But somehow the Pacers have found a way to stay in this game. They've kept it close. It's still been a one-possession game, and right now they actually lead. Andrew Nembhard just hit a big three right before the end of the half to have the Pacers go up by one. Now we're going to see if the Indiana Pacers are able to maintain this into the second half. You know, having Tyrese Halliburton go out like that is a huge blow. So we'll see if they're mentally able to maintain this level of aggressiveness throughout the rest of the game. Who do I think wins? I think OKC wins, man. So I'll give you the preface for that. Before the series started, I said OKC in 6. Once the series started, once I saw game 1, I said, oh no, I said OKC in 7. I said OKC in 7. I said these teams complement each other too well. The way they play, like, they're almost a perfect match for themselves, like defensively, offensively. I said this is going to be too much of a seesaw going back and forth. So I said OKC in 7, and I guess up to this point, you know, we're at the game 7, so we're going to see if I'm right. But yeah, I originally said OKC in 7, and I think that's going to be the case. I think right now OKC is a little bit nervous. They're at home. It's a big game. These guys are young. You also got to imagine, man, like OKC is still one of the youngest teams in the NBA. I believe the average age in OKC is like 24, 25, something like that. So the only veteran they really got on that team is Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso won the NBA Finals in, I believe, 2020 with the LA Lakers. You know, the COVID championship. So he was really the only veteran on that team. Outside of that, it's just all youngsters, man. So I think a lot of the times OKC gets in their own head mentally. I think a lot of the times they might overthink things. But I think in the second quarter, they'll be able to really get their game plan down, calm themselves down. If Jalen Williams starts going crazy, because so far SGA has been playing pretty well. He has 16 points already. But I think if Jalen Williams starts getting hot, then I think this game is wraps. So yeah, I think OKC will find a way to win this game. And another thing too is, history is on the side of OKC as well too. The teams in Game 7s, the teams that are home win the NBA Finals. The record has been 15-4. So 15 times when there's been a Game 7 at home for that home team, they've won 15 times and lost 4 times. So history is also on OKC's side as well. But I think once they clean up some of their nerves and some of the other players can get going, then I think they'll be able to close this one out. I still think it'll be probably a relatively close game up until the fourth quarter. But I think towards the fourth quarter, like towards the mid half or the end of the fourth quarter, OKC will really put this one to bed. But that's just what I think, though. Anything can happen. This Indiana Pacers team is so dynamic, anything can happen. Shout out to Devin Hayward for following, man. I really appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, gang. Okay, we're back. We bike. We are back. SGA has the ball right now for the shoot. Shoots a three. That's a bad miss from SGA. Ball gets knocked out. Looks like OKC is going to get that ball back. And we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if that youth on OKC, youth is a double-edged sword when it comes to the playoffs, man. Like that young energy, it allows you to do more with less, but it also means that they might not have the mental maturity to be able to close this out the way a team might. Chet Holmgren on the board with the putback. OKC now leads by 1. Nembhard has the ball. It looks like Nembhard is going to be that the main point guard for the rest of the game for Indiana. Right now, TJ McConnell is on the bench. Okay, Jalen Williams, good defense. They force a turnover again on Indiana. Let me get some more water, man. Shout out to anyone who just started watching, man. We got one more half in NBA Finals, Game 7. This is for all the marbles. Oh, nice rebound by Lou Dort. Ball back to SGA. They got 11 to shoot. Oh, Lou Dort has it. They got 3 to shoot. Lou Dort with the... Whoa! Lou Dort with the super high arching 3, but he hits it. I don't know how he hit that, but somehow bruh, that shot was so high arcing, it went out of the camera view, bruh. That is crazy. Looks like OKC's starting to get hot right now, man. Pascal Siakam hits a 3. Oh my God, this guy's so clutch. It looks like OKC was about to pull away with that high arcing 3 by Lou Dort, but Pascal Siakam right back with another 3. Keeps his game by 1 possession game. Caruso gets fouled by Nesmith. Looks like OKC will get the ball back out of bounds. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. NBA Finals Game 7. Let me know who you got winning the NBA championship in this game. You got OKC, you got Indiana. SGA has the ball right now. Do Dort in the paint. Pass it to Jay Williams. Pass to Caruso. Caruso gets his own tip. Back in. OKC up by 3. Now, this is going to be right here, this stretch. We're going to see if OKC can pull away. If OKC can pull away in this stretch, they might be able to put this game away. Oh, 3 by Andrew Nembhard. In and out. It's a little bit too hard. But the Pacers, man, they got to be extremely confident, especially that this is only a 3-point game, that they can win this. Lou Dort for another 3. You miss. Pacers with the rebound. Another turnover. OKC gets a turnover. Jalen Williams drives to the basket, gets a layup, like little Euro step. OKC now leads by 5. Pacers call a timeout. Looks like Jalen Williams wanted a foul. I don't think he's happy about that. Yeah, it looks like he wanted a foul because he got fouled by Mathurin while he was going up. That replay looks like it was a foul. So it looks like he wanted a foul, but he didn't get it. And we're going to commercial break. Okay, let's check out some of the stats. Let's see what's going on. OKC starting to get hot. We're going to see if they can pull away. Again, to anyone who just started watching, it has been confirmed that Tyrese Haliburton will not return in the game. He has suffered a torn Achilles. They're saying Achilles injury, but it's a torn Achilles. Like, let's be honest. It's a torn Achilles. So let's see OKC right now. We just took a look at Indiana Pacers right before the half. OKC right now, SGA leads scoring with 16 points. He has 4 rebounds, 7 assists already. Isaiah Hartenstein, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Williams has 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And we got Chet Holmgren with 7 points. And off the bench, we got Alex Caruso with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals already. Kaysen Wallace with 3 points and 3 steals. Now, at the start of this game, I said Alex Caruso would have to have a big game for the OKC Thunder to be able to win this game. Obviously, you need the main contributors, SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, to be able to have solid games as well. But they were going to need at least 1 or 2 players off the bench to be able to contribute and have a big game. So I think that Casey Walsh or Isaiah or Aaron Wiggins is going to have to hit a couple threes off the bench, and then Alex Caruso would have to have a good game as well too. So far, he's having a great game. He's forced 3 steals already. He's been great defensively, and he has 10 points to go along with it, plus minus of 6 right now. So right now, OKC look pretty solid. It's going to be an endurance game, man. It's going to be to see if OKC can pull away from the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers, man, it's always a late game heroics with the Indiana Pacers. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder can maintain this, increase their run, and make this like a 10 to 13 point lead going into the fourth quarter and be able to maintain that, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will win. I already said the OKC would win in 7. That was my prediction from the beginning of the finals after game 1. So we will see. Shout out to Kensley Dat 11. Let me know who you got winning game 7. Who will become NBA champs? I had OKC in 7, but we're going to see. And shout out to anybody else watching whatever platform you're on, man. Like, follow, subscribe. Helps me out a lot in the algorithm, man. We're going to be also live streaming a lot of the different news that comes out throughout the NBA season. We got a lot of different news that came out so far, man. We got to fix those screens for the live streams we're going to be doing after the NBA Finals. But the biggest news so far, the biggest news of the day before we get back to the NBA Finals was the Houston Rockets have traded for Kevin Durant. So the Phoenix Suns trade Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets, and the Houston Rockets gave up Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, a number 10 pick in the upcoming NBA draft, as well as 5 second-round picks to the Phoenix Suns. Now, let me ask y'all, do you think that the Houston Rockets gave up too much? Do you think that the Houston Rockets gave up too much? Because that's quite a bit to give up, man. I'm not going to lie. That is quite a bit to give up. They gave up 1 first-round pick, 5 second-round picks, and they gave up Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks as well, too. So they're going to lose a little bit of defensive intensity with Dillon Brooks, and obviously they give away Jalen Green as well. Game is back. Neil Smith gets fouled. Joe Wynn says Pacers can't win. No, absolutely. Pacers can win, man. They've been keeping it close. I think the Pacers, if they're able to maintain a 1 or 2 possession game throughout the rest of this game, I think Pascal Siakam, somebody can off the bench. Obi Toppin come off the bench. TJ McConnell can come off the bench and absolutely kill the Oklahoma City Thunder with threes. Obi Toppin, it's been one of those guys. Like Benedict Mathurin had one game where he had 27 off the bench. TJ McConnell had 18 off the bench one game. Obi Toppin is always solid. He's going to hit threes. He's super athletic. He can get to the paint. So I think if the Indiana Pacers are able to keep it to a 1 to 2 possession game going into the fourth quarter, you can just, it just takes one player with Indiana, bro. Like I said, I've been saying this throughout the entire playoffs. Indiana Pacers, man, they win with the power of friendship. These motherfuckers win with the power of friendship. So any one of these guys can come off the bench. They're all shooters, and they can just knock this game right open. They could do it now, right now, honestly. I do think OKC will win. I think the home field advantage means something, and I think right now they're a little bit nervous. But I think they've been playing pretty solid so far, but TJ McConnell's about to come back on right now. TJ McConnell's coming on right now. He could easily get hot right now. It's that little mid-range fader, that little mid-range fade shot that TJ McConnell loves to get to the paint, fade to that right side and hit that shot. He's been hitting that all playoffs. He can hit a couple of those, go ahead. And then every time he gets to the paint and they know that shot is coming, it also it allows the players on the perimeter to be able to get open. Jalen Williams misses a layup, drives to the basket, misses. 3-point game right now. Shout out to MDX 1 of 1, Kensley Dat 11, Juan It's 2 World, Miles Turner for 3. Broadcast slightly ahead, but they just took the lead. SGA for 3. Hits it. Money. SGA hits his first 3 of the game. SGA already has 19. So whoever took SGA over under 32 so far, that's looking real good. OKC forces another turnover right now. Lou Dort tries to pass it to Chet, but it gets deflected, goes out of bounds. OKC will get that ball back. But absolutely, Indiana can win this game. Joe win 34. Right, this game is an absolute seesaw, man. Like this entire series has been a seesaw. It's honestly just been a game of momentum, man. Whoever can take that momentum and maintain it. Chet Holmgren for 3. Hits. And this is going to be a problem. If OKC is usually not necessarily a 3-point shooting team, but if they start hitting shots consistently from 3-point, they might just blow this one open. Another turnover by the Indiana Pacers. OKC gets the ball back. And this is the thing with OKC, whenever they start getting a big lead in the game, oh my God, wide open. Oh my God, another 3 from OKC. That's what I'm talking about, Joanne. When OKC gets hot, I'm telling you, they might blow this one open. They have a 9-0 run in the last 1 minute, man. Like, and here's the thing with OKC, they obviously, you know, they're a dominant team, number 1 defense. They actually play better defensively. Obviously, this is like a pretty obvious thing to say, but they're going to play better defensively when they're ahead. When they have a hard lead, like a 9 to 10 point lead, it makes it a lot easier for them to play defense, I think. But again, the Indiana Pacers, man, these guys are dynamic as hell. Right now, TJ McConnell just got off the bench. He can easily get hot. Obi Toppin hasn't scored yet, too. Like, Obi Toppin can get hot as well, too. There's been a couple games where Indiana Pacers might have been dead, but Obi Toppin hit a couple threes, kept them right in the game. We will see, but it looks like OKC is starting to blow this one out. They're starting to get this one opened up. They're starting to open this one right out, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Raphael. Shout out to anyone else who just started watching, man. Appreciate it. Like the stream. Help support the boy. It helps a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. We got a lot of news that came out today. The biggest news so far, which I already said, shout out to anybody if you just started watching the stream. Kevin Durant got traded. Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets. In this game, Tyrese Halliburton looks like he suffered a torn Achilles. He was out in the first quarter. There was just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter where he suffered a torn Achilles. It was confirmed that it was an Achilles injury. They didn't specify whether it was a tear or not, but it looks like a torn Achilles. And it has been confirmed that Tyrese Halliburton will not return for the rest of the game. So the Indiana Pacers are without Tyrese Halliburton for the rest of the game. He will not return. But the Indiana Pacers have kept it relatively close throughout the entirety of the game, mainly led by Pascal Siakam. Right now, Pascal Siakam has 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Andrew Nembhard, 11 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. You got Tyrese Halliburton, who had 9 points. He was super hot right before he went down with the injury. Tyrese Halliburton started off hitting 3 straight threes. He was super hot. It looks like he was about to have a monumental game and blow up for almost 20 or 30 points. Already started with 9 points with 5 minutes left in the quarter. And then he went down with the injury. We got Benedict Mathurin with 8 points off the bench, TJ McConnell with 4 points off the bench, and Tony Bradley with 2 points off the bench. Obi Toppin has not scored yet. Right now, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams both have 10 points. Chet Holmgren with 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Jalen Williams has 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So both of these guys are getting it done offensively and defensively. Isaiah Hartenstein has 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. And we got SGA right now with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. SGA has 9. SGA almost has a double-double already, which is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And SGA also has 1 block as well, too. Lou Dort has 8 points right now. He hit one of the highest arcing threes I've ever seen before. That the 3 that Lou Dort hit was so high arcing that it literally went out of the view of the camera. That's how high arcing that shit was. That shit was crazy. Alex Caruso with 10 off the bench, and Kaysen Wallace with 3 points off the bench. So right now we're seeing an OKC team that's getting good production from Alex Caruso coming off the bench. So if you get Aaron Wiggins coming off the bench, anyone else can come off the bench and be able to contribute, hit some threes. This might get out of hand. But right now, game's relatively close. And the Indiana Pacers have done a good job of being able to keep the game pretty close. So we will see what happens. But right now I had OKC in 7. That was my prediction. So we will see. TJ McConnell, was that TJ McConnell? Yeah, TJ McConnell to the basket. Beautiful layup. That was a tough layup, but you got it. Lou Dort brings the ball up for OKC. Jalen Williams has the ball. Back to Dort. Then to SGA. SGA is 1-to-1. He has Nembhard guarding him. SGA drives to the basket. Layup gets it in. I think he wanted a foul. He's not getting it. Obi Toppin is in. TJ McConnell has the ball for the Pacers. McConnell to the basket. He keeps going around the basket. He's looking for Obi. Turnover. OKC gets that ball. I think it was Lou Dort who hit that loose. Gets a turnover. Gets it to Case and Wallace. Then to SGA. Jalen Williams looks like he wants to shoot that three. Didn't take it. Tries to get that left-handed layup, but it misses that. Randall Pacers have the ball. TJ McConnell drives to the basket. Layup. Another tough layup driving to the basket. Bro, this guy TJ McConnell he's such a great player, bro. This guy's an undrafted free agent, bro. This guy hustles his ass off every single possession. Keeping the Pacers alive. SGA for three. Misses. Toppin with the rebound. Andrew Nembhard has the ball. Gives it to Toppin. Toppin gives it back. TJ McConnell drives to the basket again. Tough shot in the paint. This is exactly what I've been saying, man. TJ McConnell comes off the bench. Drives to the paint. Gets that floater again. This is what TJ McConnell does, man. SGA to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren slams it home. Right now, OKC leads by 7. But TJ McConnell, they have not found a way to be able to guard this guy. And one. Oh, no, not and one. Not and one. That's my bad. TJ McConnell again. Left-handed layup. Oklahoma City has had no answer for TJ McConnell throughout these entire playoffs, man. Yeah, he's absolutely killing. Right now, Case and Wallace is guarding TJ McConnell. He's absolutely getting killed right now. TJ McConnell's actually absolutely killing Case and Wallace right now. Case and Wallace cannot guard TJ McConnell. SJ hits his first free throw. Lead is up to 6. Yo, TJ McConnell is a great player, man. Yo, if I'm the coach, man, hey, you keep TJ McConnell in there. You do not take him out anytime soon. Keep TJ McConnell in that rotation right now. Because he absolutely gives the Pacers life, bro. He's such a hustle player. Pacers get the ball. 6-point game. If I'm not mistaken, TJ McConnell might have 8 points off the bench. OKC with the rebound. TJ McConnell has 14 points, man. Like 8 points off the bench. Oh my God. Alex Caruso just tried to throw down like a crazy tip slam. TJ McConnell again. Oh my God. TJ McConnell, 14 off the bench. Absolutely crazy. They have no answer for TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell's been straight money. He has 10 points in this quarter alone. We got Lou Dort for 3, in and out. In that right corner, misses. TJ McConnell's going to work. Oh. Pacers turn that over. OKC will get that ball back. I'm expecting more from Obi Toppin, man. Obi Toppin's usually a battery for the Pacers. Alex Caruso tried to throw back a crazy tip slam. That would have been a highlight everywhere for everyone to see. That would have been all over social media. But TJ McConnell, man. If the Pacers win this game, he gets that game ball. He's been nothing but hustle this game. Okay, OKC got the ball. They're bringing it up. Case of Wallace in the corner. Hits it. That's straight money. Oh, OKC forces another turnover. Case of Wallace has it. Drives to the basket. And just like that, lead gets extended again. So the lead is back up to 9 for OKC. Foul gets called. Looks like Obi Toppin, or sorry, the Pacers will get the ball out of bounds, I believe. Yeah. That OKC defense is really starting to force those turnovers, man. Right now, the Indiana Pacers have 16 turnovers, so they've been putting a lot of defensive pressure on the Indiana Pacers right now. OKC has 5 turnovers. Pacers are shooting 47% from three-pointer. OKC shooting 30%. And from field goal percentage, right now, OKC shooting 43%, sorry. And Indiana Pacers are shooting 45%. Bradley comes out. Pacers change the rotation slightly. Got a 3-point shot. In and out. Pacers get the offensive rebound. Mathurin gets fouled. Pacers will inbound that ball and they'll have 15 to shoot. So far, I'm rocking with this game, though, man. I just wish Tyrese Halliburton was in here, man. Like, this game would be like, I think it'd be 2 times more exciting if it, oh my God, turnover. Pacers took too long to inbound the ball and they got called for it. OKC gets the ball back. OKC's putting a lot of pressure defensively on the Pacers right now. I think they're really starting to get their stride. Like I said, I think this game would be close, probably until midway through the fourth, and then I think OKC would probably close it out. But I think OKC ends up taking this game. Jalen Williams drives to the basket, left-hander, gets it. OKC's up by 11. This is their first double-digit lead the OKC's had. Pacers will take a timeout. This quarter so far has looked like all OKC, but we know how the Indiana Pacers do it, man. They may be down, but they are not out. They could come back easily. Obi Toppin can hit some threes. TJ McConnell kept them relatively alive, man. He came off the bench. He scored 10 straight points. TJ McConnell, man, like, this guy is such a hustle player. 14 points off the bench. And this is exactly what they need. I think they need Obi Toppin to step up a little bit if they want to keep this game close. But right now, it's been all OKC. OKC's been able to force a lot of turnovers this quarter. And right now, Indiana has 17 turnovers total. So it's going to be extremely hard for Indiana to win this game, especially without Tyrese Halliburton. If they're on pace right now to commit 20 turnovers. They're not winning this game if they continue with the turnovers right now. There's still a little bit under 2 minutes left in this third quarter, so we will see what happens. But right now, it's been all OKC for this quarter. I think OKC has found their rotation. I think the players have been able to open this up, get a little bit more confident. They're playing better defensively. And they're forcing turnovers, man. Like when you have 17 turnovers that you've been forced and we're still a couple minutes away from the fourth quarter, you can be pretty confident that your team's winning. Wow, they're rotating really well. Yeah, J-Dub's starting to get hot too. Let's look at scoring for OKC. Right now, SGA has 22 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. So SGA already has a double-double. Chet Holmgren, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Jalen Williams, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Lou Dort with 8 points. TJ McConnell again with, with another basket. He has 16 points off the bench. If the Indiana Pacers find a way to win this game, he deserves to be to get that game ball. Jalen Williams pulls up. Money. Hits it. Nice little mid-range fader. OKC leads by 11. TJ McConnell gets fouled. We got just a little bit over a minute left in the third quarter. Nice step back by Jalen Williams. They're showing the replay. But TJ McConnell, man, he's been nothing but money. Mid-range jumper, hits it. The thing about TJ McConnell is that he takes very high percentage shots. He's a very efficient player. And this is why he can score like 12, 14 points off the bench so quickly. He's driving to the basket. All the shots he's taken are high percentage shots, man. They're shots where he has a great look at the basket. They're not being contested. He's moving around quite a bit. Oh, Indiana Pacers coach is not happy right now. Looks like he might get another tech. Shepard for 3. Misses. OKC with the rebound. But yeah, TJ McConnell, man, he's a very efficient player. He's a great defensive player too, and he takes nothing but high percentage efficient shots, man. That's why he can score so easily. Jalen Williams again. In and out. It's a little bit too much mustard on that. Just under a minute to go in the third quarter. McConnell drives to the basket. It looks like that layup was about to go in, but it just comes off the rim on that last second. OKC calls timeout. Looks like he's trying to get his team mentally right and make sure they can extend that lead going into the fourth quarter and close this one out. So right now we have the Oklahoma City Thunders leading 79-68. Right now they have an 11-point lead over the Indiana Pacers. Anyone who just started watching, Tyrese Halliburton suffered a terrible injury with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. It looks like a torn Achilles. It has been confirmed that he has an Achilles injury. The broadcast did not specify, but they did specify that he would not be returning for Game 7. So we have that Tyrese Halliburton has suffered an Achilles injury. It looked pretty terrible. He was not able to weight bear on his way out. He had to be assisted out by 2 other staff members, and he was pretty emotional when he was on the ground. So we have that. We have big trade news that happened earlier today. We got the Houston Rockets trading for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been traded to the Houston Rockets. He's been traded for Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, 1 first-round pick in the upcoming draft, as well as 5 second-round picks. So that was the big news for today. Make sure to follow, subscribe, watch. We're going to be doing live streams. Maybe not next week, but the week after next week, we're going to be covering all the NBA news that comes out. So make sure you follow wherever you're watching from. Like, subscribe, follow. We're going to be putting out new videos on TikTok as well, too. Covering all the news as well, keeping you all in the loop. But yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. Boston's going to be blowing up their team as well. New York is looking for their new coach. Oh, Isaiah Hartenstein tips the ball back in. The New York Knicks are going to be looking for their new coach. And we have also the Giannis saga going on. There's talks that Giannis may potentially be asking for a trade. We don't know yet. There's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of rumors. And we also have talks that Bradley Beal may get bought out of his contract as well, too. So the Suns may be looking to clean house. Devin Booker obviously will stay, but we'll see what happens. Pascal Siakam gets blocked. 3 to shoot. 2 sec. SGA will shoot. Nothing. Okay. OKC leads by 13. We got 1 quarter left to decide who becomes NBA champions. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead by 13. We got 1 quarter to see who becomes NBA Finals champion. Sorry, I'm a little parched. Let's take a look at some of the scoreboard right now. Let's look at the team stats. So right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder is shooting 44% from field goal. Indiana Pacers are shooting 43% from field goal. Oklahoma City Thunder are shooting 29% from three-pointer. Indiana is shooting 45% from three-pointer. Oklahoma City Thunder have 5 turnovers. Indiana Pacers have 17 turnovers. Right now, Oklahoma City Thunder is winning on the boards. They have 32 rebounds, and the Indiana Pacers have 30. In terms of points, let's start with the Indiana Pacers. We got Pascal Siakam with 13 points, two rebounds, 1 assist. We got Aaron Nesmith with 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Miles Turner has 6 points, 4 rebounds. Andrew Nembhard has 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And we got Tyrese Halliburton, who had 9 points before he suffered that injury, the Achilles injury in the first quarter. Obi Toppin, 0 points, but he has 2 rebounds, 1 assist. We got TJ McConnell, who has been the absolute star for the Indiana Pacers, keeping them alive off the bench. He has 16 points off of the bench, scored 12 points in the third quarter alone. So TJ McConnell has been that battery for the Indiana Pacers that they needed, has been keeping them in the game relatively close, even though Oklahoma City's still up. He was the one who kept it as close as possible for the Indiana Pacers. Then we have Benedict Mathurin with 8 points off the bench. Now going to OKC, we got Chet Holmgren with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Jalen Williams, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Isaiah Hartenstein, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. SGA, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. And we got Lou Dort with 8 points, 4 rebounds. Alex Caruso, 10 points off the bench. Cason Wallace, 8 points off the bench. So far, right now, OKC is cruising. They have a 13-point lead going into the fourth quarter. So we will see what happens. SGA is on pace for another 30-point game. It is, if OKC win this series, it is pretty. It is about 80 to 90% chance of him winning NBA Finals MVP. It's worth keeping in mind that if SGA wins NBA Finals MVP, he will complete the first ever quadruple. For a season for an individual player. And what I mean by quadruple is that SGA had the most points per game throughout the regular season average. So he won the scoring title this year. He won NBA MVP. He won Western Conference Finals MVP. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder win this game, he will also win NBA Finals MVP. So he'll be the first player to win all four of those accomplishments in one season. It'll be the first ever quadruple that's been posted in NBA history. So that's something worth keeping in mind. Of course, the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals MVP is something that was introduced relatively recent. There have been other players who completed the quadruple before that. Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan were the other two who won the scoring title, NBA Finals, and MVP all in the same season. So if SGA does complete this, he is not only creating history in the NBA right now for the season, but he's also joining some legendary figures in that as well too. The only 2 other players to be able to do that were Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. So that's something to keep in mind. That if if the Oklahoma City Thunder do win the NBA Finals, that SGA will be completing an all-time historic season with the Oklahoma City Thunder from both a team perspective as well as an individual accolade perspective. So very, very important, something to keep in mind. Shout out to Thomas Tucci. Again, the only 2 players to be able to do that: scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. So SGA will be joining those 2 if the Oklahoma City Thunder win this game and he becomes NBA Finals MVP. But the caveat is that SGA will have won the quadruple because he would have also won the Western Conference Finals MVP. Okay, game's back. SGA for 3. Money. Step back 3. Increases that lead to 16. And it looks like, I think what I said earlier is starting to happen. I said OKC, I think, would find a way to be able to pull away in the fourth quarter. And it looks like this is exactly what they're doing. OKC is going to challenge that last play. Originally, it was ruled to be off of Chet Holmgren, so Indiana would get the ball back, but the replay looks like it fell off of Neesmith's hand, so it looks like OKC will win this challenge and they will get the ball back. Yeah, Joe, when it looks like OKC are about to win, I mean, anything is possible. We've seen the Pacers come back from down 20 points. We've seen it happen before, so I'm not going to say that the Pacers can't do it. I thought that little jolt with TJ McConnell off the bench, I thought that would have been enough to be able to keep the Indiana Pacers in the game. But it looks like the OKC Thunder will just not be denied today, man. I mean, it's Game 7. They're at home. They just will not take no for an answer, man. Defensively, they've been extremely great today. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers on Indiana. In Game 1, the Oklahoma City Thunder forced 24 turnovers on the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers had 19 turnovers by halftime in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and the Indiana Pacers still found a way to win that game. Obviously, with the Tyrese Halliburton buzzer beater. But I think that at this point in the stage, with these two teams facing each other 6 times previously, I think OKC have been able to adapt to what the Pacers have been doing enough that they can force 17 turnovers now and be able to win the game instead of the game still being relatively close. I think they've adjusted some of their defense, and right now it's showing, man. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers. So right now, another turnover. It looks like the refs have confirmed that Neesmith lost the ball out of bounds, so that's 18 turnovers. So it looks like right now the Indiana Pacers are on pace to break 20 turnovers in this game, and let me tell you something, man. When the number one defense in the NBA forces 18 to 20 turnovers against you, and they're at home, and it's a Game 7, you're not winning that game. You cannot have double-digit turnovers like this, almost 20 turnovers in a Game 7, and expect to win that game against a team that's been an all-time defense statistically throughout the season. It's just not going to happen. But, I still do think that we were robbed of I'm not going to say a real Game 7, but because Tyrese Halliburton went down earlier in the game, like, to me, I don't know. This is just not the Game 7 that I wanted to see. I wanted to see both these teams fully healthy going at it. I wanted it to be like a 1 to 2 possession game with like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's what I wanted to see personally. And I wanted to see the ball going to the Stars' hands, whether it's Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton on the Indiana Pacers, or SGA or Jalen Williams. Like, I wanted to see one of those two stars like have the ball in their hand and really put their mark on this game to be able to close it out and see who's the best. Like, go mano a mano, right? But of course, Tyrese Halliburton got injured in the first quarter, so we're not going to be able to get that, which sucks. Shout out to Lot, man. I appreciate you sharing the live, man. Definitely helps me out a lot. We're a small account, but we trying to grow out here, man. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We're also going to be live streaming a lot of the news that comes out in the off season. We've got big news already. KD got traded to the Houston Rockets earlier today. He got traded for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, 1 first round pick and 5 second round picks. So we got a lot of NBA news heating up already. As soon as the NBA Finals is done, the offseason is going to start going crazy, man. Giannis may potentially be traded. Boston Celtics are going to blow up their team as well. So we got a lot going on. Tyrese Halliburton in this game, just to give you guys aware, for anybody who missed it, Tyrese Halliburton suffered an Achilles injury in the beginning of this game with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. He's out for the rest of Game 7. Once he suffered the injury, he has not returned since. I think that he has a Achilles injury. I think he has a torn Achilles. He was not able to weight bear, which is pretty. Usually, when you're not able to weight bear with an injury like that, it's an Achilles injury, and a torn Achilles at that. Pascal Siakam, wide open 3, but misses. OKC gets that ball back. Guess they're calling Benedict Mathurin. No, it was Neesmith they were calling on foul. You're calling a loose ball foul. So OKC will get the ball back. And they're going to try and extend that lead that they have right now. SGA is being guarded by TJ McConnell right now. SGA backs it up. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins misses. It was a deep 3. Pacers get that rebound right now. Benedict Mathurin has a ball. Gives it back to Neesmith. Back to Mathurin. And they're trying to get that ball to Pascal Siakam, but SGA gets called for that reach in. Shout out to Lucas Lynn. Shout out to Lot, man. Appreciate the sharing the live. You already know what it is, man. It's a Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead by 16. We got just under 10 minutes left in the NBA Finals to see who becomes NBA champs. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA is on the brink of history. If SGA becomes NBA Finals MVP, he will become the third player in NBA history to win the scoring title, MVP, and NBA Finals all in this NBA Finals MVP all in the same season. There's a pretty much an 80% chance, 70 to 80% chance that SGA wins NBA Finals MVP if Oklahoma City Thunder do win. Case and Wallace will come back into the game. Case and Wallace has been getting cooked by TJ McConnell all game. Looks like they want that extra three-point shooting from Case and Wallace, even though they know that he can't really guard TJ McConnell. Pascal Siakam drives to the basket. Neesmith gets blocked. Back to Siakam. In and out. OKC gets that rebound. It like deflects off Chet Holmgren's face, but he catches it. Right now, SGA has the ball. SGA is being guarded by Neesmith. Spin move. Is it the Case and Wallace? Easy basket in the paint. OKC goes up by 16. SGA has 25 points, 11 assists. SGA has a double-double already. TJ McConnell is being guarded by Chet Holmgren. Gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. Aaron Neesmith. SGA has the ball. Looks like he's taking his time. SGA for three. Misses. Case of Wallace gets the rebound. They got 12 to shoot. Looks like they will reset. SGA kicks it out to Jalen Williams. Dagger three. And they're up by 21. Okay, I think that is a dagger. So I think what I predicted came true. My prediction was that OKC was going to blow this one out in the fourth quarter. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening right now. OKC right now lead by 21. 8 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game. It looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder are on pace right now to become NBA champions for this year. I still think we were a little bit robbed of a crazy NBA Finals Game 7, just for the simple fact that Tyrese Halliburton went down with the Achilles injury in the first quarter. But you know, injuries are part of sports as well too, right? So it is what it is. Let's go to the box score. Oklahoma City Thunder right now, Chet Holmgren, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Jalen Williams, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Isaiah Hartenstein, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. SGA with 25 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Lou Dort, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Right now, we got Case and Wallace with 10 points off the bench. Aaron Wiggins hasn't scored yet. And we got Alex Caruso with 10 points off the bench. Overall, defensively, Oklahoma City Thunder has shown himself to be that number one defense in this game. They forced 18 turnovers for the Indiana Pacers already in this game. Listen, man, if you're approaching 20 turnovers in a closeout game, you're probably winning that game. Oklahoma City Thunder was the best defense the entire year. They had a historic defensive season statistically, and right now it looks like they're about to close off the season with the best record in the NBA. Being one of the best defenses in NBA history, by a statistical perspective. And it looks like SGA is about to close off this series with NBA Finals MVP. As I said before, SGA will join Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan as being the only players to be able to win the scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, and the scoring title all in the same year. So SGA with this OKC win will join some legendary players, Shaq and Michael Jordan, right? Doesn't get any more legendary than that. And he also becomes the first player to have a quadruple for the season. He will win NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring title, and NBA MVP. So he'll be the first player to do that as they just introduced the Western Conference Finals and Eastern Conference Finals MVP a couple of years ago. So something to keep in mind, that OKC will be completing what is going to be an all-time historic season. And honestly, right now we may be looking at a new dynasty in the NBA, man. The same way it took the Golden State Warriors in 2015 to win that first title against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That sparked the dynasty. Right now in OKC, man, we might be looking at a dynasty right now. We might be looking at a dynasty with this team. And the scary part about this is that this Oklahoma City Thunder team is one of the youngest in the NBA. I believe the average age for this Oklahoma City team is around 24, 25 years old. So this is something that we might be seeing from years to come, man. Who knows what we're seeing right now? But OKC, they're on the brink of their first championship in history. And we got to ask ourselves the question, is with this win, is this the best OKC team ever? Like, does SGA become one of the best Oklahoma City Thunder player in history? Does he top KD? Does he top Russell Westbrook? Does he top James Harden if they win this game? These are questions we got to start asking now, because this is an all-time historic season that the Oklahoma City Thunder are about to close out. Moving screen on Indiana. Man, Indiana is making a lot of mistakes, man. That's a 19th turnover. And if you're the Pacers fan, man, this one hurts, man, because this game might have looked a little bit different if Tyrese Halliburton was still in the lineup. But right now, you got a 1-2 punch. You got SGA and you got Jalen Williams. They're looking to close this one out. SGA step back, misses. Lou Dort gets the rebound, almost bumps into SGA. Jalen Williams for three. In and out. Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Gets fouled. He will go to the line. Pacers head coach is looking not very happy, of course. But so from OKC's perspective, man, this is a complete team win. You got players off the bench contributing. All your starters contributed extremely well. This is a complete game, man. Indiana Pacers are one turnover away from committing 20 turnovers in this game. Lou Dort on the bench now. Chet Holmgren misses the second free throw. OKC right now leads by 22. We got just 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the quarter. Pascal Siakam drills a tough shot. Tough mid-range shot. Leads down to 20. And this OKC crowd everyone's on their feet right now. They're expecting this to be a championship win already. Oh. SGA tries to get a bounce pass to Alex Caruso. He turns it over. TJ McConnell is giving SGA hell on that possession. SGA tries to get that ball back out to Alex Caruso or Jalen Williams, but he just bad pass falling on the ground. SGA fouls Pascal Siakam. Siakam will shoot. At the free throw line, you'll have two. And we're going to see if Indiana Pacers can commit a miracle, man. If they can score 20 points in just under 7 minutes, we're going to see if they can commit a miracle, man. If the miracle come back. From OKC's perspective, all you got to do is just play good enough defense to be able to maintain your lead. But for Indiana, it's an uphill battle, man. So you don't want to make it easy for them. Siakam misses his second free throw. Benedict Mathurin tries to put a shot up, gets blocked by Holmgren. Oh, Jalen Williams looks like he got hit in the face. Benedict Mathurin, I think. Who hit him? Chet blocks that shit. It looks like, I don't know if Jalen Williams got hit in the eye or something. So he got hit in the eye. We got just under 7 minutes left to go. And OKC leads by 19. SGA with the ball. Mid-range. In and out. There's a little bit too much sauce on that. Looks like, ooh. Benedict Mathurin bounces it off the backboard, throws it to himself. Tries to get that layup. He gets fouled. He will go to the line. This guy literally bounces it off the backboard back to himself and tries to lay it in. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty. That's crafty as hell, man. That's dope. Mathurin will shoot 2 free throws. Hits the first. Mathurin has 9 points off the bench right now. Let's see if he can get 10 with the second free throw. Casey Wallace, Chet Holmgren are getting rest on the bench now. Isaiah Hartenstein is back in the game. So is Alex Caruso. Turn out Alex Caruso, Lou Dort. Benedict Mathurin hits both shots. He's now broken double digits. He's at 10 points. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Sorry, 3 assists. Oh, Aaron Nesmith is ball loose. They get a turnover. Mathurin goes to the rim. Gets blocked by SGA, but they're calling a foul. And Indiana's looking to dissipate that lead. Right now, OKC leads by 17. But Aaron Nesmith is putting a lot of pressure on Jalen Williams when he had that ball. And OKC, Indiana Pacers get that turnover. And this is where that young boy shit comes in, bro. You're leading the game and you're getting a little bit too comfortable. But you're against the Indiana Pacers, man. The Indiana Pacers can snap that shit like Thanos and get rid of that 20-point lead. Benedict Mathurin hits the first free throw. Looks like they're about to cut that lead to 15. And if anyone can do this shit, it's the Indiana Pacers. And we're going to see what the Oklahoma City Thunder do. Lou Dort gets fouled, driving to the basket. Looks like maybe he hit his head on the ground, or I think he got hit in the face. Was he going up? Pascal Siakam kind of hit him in the side of the face when he was going up. Yeah, Lou Dort's a tough guy. You'll be all right. Right now, Oklahoma City Thunder lead by 15. And it looks like they're about to review this to see if it's going to be a flagrant foul. I don't think it's a flagrant. I think it's just a hard foul. I don't think Pascal Siakam was trying to intentionally hit him. There was no wind up. There was no follow through. Literally just went up to try to block the shot and end up hitting him in the face by accident. So I don't think that's going to be a flagrant foul, but we'll see. Right now, the OKC Thunder lead by 15 points. We got 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Right now, Pacers are in the bonus. Lou Dort will be shooting 2 free throws. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I appreciate it. Me a like, subscribe, follow. We're on the road to 500 subs. This is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We will be streaming all the news in the offseason. I will keep you guys updated with all the different trade news going on. It's going to be a wild offseason for the NBA. Already it started off to a wild start. Kevin Durant got traded. Earlier today, he got traded to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, 1 first-round pick, and 5 second-round picks. Lou Dort misses the second free throw, hits the first. OKC lead by 16. Mathurin drives to the basket. They call a foul on Lou Dort. Mathurin looks like he got shaken up a little bit. Looks like he got hurt when he drove to the basket. Benedict Mathurin just slams right into Lou Dort. But Lou Dort is too strong, bruh. Lou Dort is too strong, gang. Mathurin will shoot 2. In the last 2 minutes of the game, it's just been reduced to free throws, which I honestly think benefits the Oklahoma City Thunder more than it does the Pacers. Because the Oklahoma City Thunder will have these weird stretches where they have scoring droughts. So if they can keep the Indiana Pacers from having their fast-paced scoring and still get free throws on their end, I think they're happy with that. But we will see. The Pacers are looking to close this gap, and so far they've been doing a good job of that. So now we're going to see if the OKC Thunder can close this one out. Jalen Williams has the ball right now. He's being guarded by Aaron Nesmith. They got 9 to shoot. Jalen Williams with the ball. He needs to shoot. OKC with the rebound, Lou Dort. They get another 12 to shoot. SGA for 3. Misses. Pacers with the rebound. And Pacers can cut this one to an 11-point game. Okay, Andrew Nembhard out there. Benedict Mathurin drives. Tough layup, but gets it in. OKC calls a timeout. Pacers cut the lead to 12. And here the Pacers are doing it again. This is what they do. These guys are down, but they are never out. So we'll see if the Oklahoma City Thunder can close this one out and maintain that lead, or if they will flop and allow the Indiana Pacers to come back, man. These Pacers, man, they will fight you tooth and nail until that clock hits 0. And it looks like, again, Oklahoma City Thunder being extremely young, they allowed that 20-point lead to kind of get to their head. And they got a little bit comfortable, man. So, and you cannot do that against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers will come back and bite your ass. Shout out to Julian. Shout out to Sky Jack. But the Oklahoma City Thunder at one point led by as much as 20 points, 22 points, and the Indiana Pacers have cut that down to 13 points. So we got just under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We'll see if the Oklahoma City Thunder can maintain their lead or if the Indiana Pacers can somehow, some way come back again. Oh, we got some people who think the Pacers are going to win this game too from earlier polls. Right now we're on commercial break. Oh, we're back. All right, we're back. Let's see what goes on. And Indiana Pacers right now, they're like full court pressing the OKC Thunder. As much pressure as possible. Right now they have an 11-1 run in the last 3 minutes. SGA will shoot free throws. He gets fouled by Nembhard. Right now SGA has 26 points, 12 rebounds. 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. And again, I think these free throws are only to the benefit of OKC. It allows OKC to slow the game down, allows them to rest a little bit. The Pacers are a fast-paced team. They want to be able to move that ball as quickly as possible. SGA hits both free throws, lead back up to 14. Oh my God. TJ McConnell gets blocked by Chet. Gets knocked out of bounds by Pacers. OKC will get that ball back. Chet Holmgren kind of anticipated TJ McConnell's go-to fadeaway shot in the paint and is ready and right there to block it. But we know that the Indiana Pacers are going to play full court defense from this point throughout the rest of the game. Jalen Williams gets blocked in the paint. Oh my God, that was a great defensive play. Ooh. Benedict Mathurin misses a layup, but he'll go to the line. He gets fouled. And SGA has 5 fouls. Benedict Mathurin looks like he got away with a foul. And the coaches are gonna, OKC Thunder are gonna challenge the play right now. They think that Benedict Mathurin traveled, so they're gonna challenge this. This is going to be a pivotal play. If this stands, that means SGA gets his 5th foul. But it looks like Benedict Mathurin did take that 3rd step. So that's going to be a travel. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. I don't know, man. NBA refs are so inconsistent. This can go anyway. That looks like 3 steps to me. I don't think you can call the first one a gather and then take 2 steps. Okay, so SGA gets his 5th foul. And Indiana gets their free throws. So Mathurin gets 2 free throws. Shout out to Mateo. Shout out to Chance. Shout out to Cooper. OKC loses the coach's challenge. And let's see what happens. Is that SGA's 5th foul? Yeah, that's his 5th personal foul. So SGA, if SGA gets 1 more foul, he will have fouled out of the game. There's 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. SGA has 5 personal fouls. One more foul and he will foul out of the game. Mathurin hits the first free throw. Keep in mind right now, SGA 27 points, 5 fouls right now. SGA gets one more foul and he will foul out of the game. The coach decides to keep SGA in the game. I guess it's a pivotal moment. So he's willing to risk. Oh. Okay, so we'll call a timeout. They're trying to inbound the ball, but they want to avoid that 5-second violation. Indiana's putting a lot of pressure on them. Yeah, Indiana's guarding with like their lives depending on it right now, man. You gotta respect what Indiana's doing right now, man. They are guarding like their lives depend on it. They're trying to put as much pressure on OKC as possible. They are down by 14 points. Sorry, by 12 points. And they're trying to close that gap before the end of this game. So it's on OKC right now. SGA has 5 personal fouls. He will foul out with one more foul. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead by 12. And the Indiana Pacers are doing their best to be able to close that gap. OKC led by as much as 22 points. But the Indiana Pacers have been closing that gap bit by bit by bit. So we will see what happens. There's 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. SGA will foul out of the game with one more foul, and they lead by 12. SGA has 27 points, 12 assists. These 12 assists was a career high for SGA in the playoffs. And right now, OKC will inbound the ball. Trying to avoid that 5-second violation. They get the ball inbounded to SGA. And this is a pivotal series right now. Pivotal possession. But SGA wants that ball. He wants to put his stamp on this. He's being guarded by TJ McConnell. They have 8 to shoot. SGA for 3. In and out. Pacers get the rebound. Benedict Mathurin almost turns that over. TJ McConnell has the ball. 16 to shoot. Oh, TJ McConnell lost the ball. These players are all diving for it on the ground. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game. And even though OKC is up by 12 points, boy, this is still a nail biter if you're one of those OKC fans. OKC is up by 12 points, but you got a couple things going on right now. SGA has 5 fouls right now, so if he gets one more foul, he is fouled out. Right now, I think we got a jump ball. So it's going to be Holmgren and Benedict Mathurin for the jump ball. OKC gets the jump ball back. Goes to SGA. SGA right now is being guarded by Aaron Nesmith. Man, they're on this dude like white on rice right now. OKC got 9 to shoot. They are not letting him get anywhere. SGA misses the shot. Pacers get the rebound. Lou Dort knocks it loose. OKC gets the ball back. Lou Dort back to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams drives to the basket. Lou Dort. Jalen Williams for 3. Misses. Chet Williams gets the offensive rebound, but he gets fouled. There's 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. OKC still has that 12-point lead. Both teams are now in the bonus. And Lou Dort, that's a pivotal defensive play by Lou Dort to knock it loose from TJ McConnell. Chet Holmgren will shoot 2. Chet Holmgren misses the first. It's them nerves, man. It's them nerves. OKC has missed a lot of free throws tonight. They're 14 for 25 from free throw. Sorry, my apologies. I meant to say 14 for 22. They're now 15 for 23. Chet Holmgren hits that second free throw. Siakam has the ball. Oh my God, there's so many OKC players around him. Andrew Nembhard for three. Gets it. Deep three. Chet Holmgren gets a wide open outlet pass to him. He dunks it down. Benedict Mathurin with the layup. This game is just going back and forth. This is some seesaw. Like I'm telling you, man, it's some seesaw shit. Williams almost turns the ball over. SGA wants to slow it down. There's 2 minutes left in the game. OKC lead by 10. Oh, SGA gets fouled. He will shoot free throws. Boy, this game's trying to keep you on the edge of your seat. Aaron Nesmith will go to the bench. I believe he fouled out. Oh, he kicks the chair. He's pissed. Aaron Nesmith was doing just a little bit too much right there. Just a little bit too much. He jumps up anticipating that SGA is going to try and throw the ball up, but ends up jumping on him. Aaron Nesmith just got fouled out. He hit that's his 6th personal foul, so Aaron Nesmith is out for the rest of the game. Benedict Mathurin with 20 off the bench. TJ McConnell with 16 off the bench. The Indiana Pacers bench has definitely responded in this game with Tyrese Halliburton out. SGA hits both free throws. SGA has 29 points right now. He's 1 point away from cracking that 30. Right now, OKC leads by 13. Caruso gets a foul. 1 minute and 41 seconds left. Pacers will shoot free throws. Andrew Nembhard at the line. Misses the first. That's not a good miss, man. That is not a good miss free throw, man. If you're the Pacers, man, you need every single free throw you can get right now. You cannot be missing free throws in such a pivotal moment in the game right now. But Nembhard misses the first free throw. Makes the second. So right now it's an 11-point game. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Jalen Williams has the ball. He will drive to the basket. He gets fouled. And he will go to the line. Foul on Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin picks up his third. That's his third foul. Man, I need to go to the bathroom, but I can't move, man. This game is too riveting. This game will go down to the wire, man, but truthfully, this series could have gone to any team, man. Truthfully, Indiana Pacers could have easily won this game as well, too. They could have won this series. The only downside with this series is that there's only 7 games, honestly. Like, this has been such an exciting series to watch. It's been such great basketball. These two teams are like great ambassadors for basketball moving forward, man. Like, this has been an absolutely great series if you're a basketball fan. And if the NBA does their job properly, man, they should be able to market the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers next season. If they market them properly, man, we can have a good rivalry going on between these two teams moving forward, even though they're small market teams. OKC leads by 13. A minute left. Minute and 20 left. Lou Dort forces a rebound, forces a steal. Lou Dort again, defensive excellence. Pascal Siakam called for a foul. Indiana's trying to put a lot of defensive pressure on OKC, but in doing that, they're committing a lot of fouls as well. And both teams right now are in the bonus, so you just play slightly too hard, and you're gonna get free throws to the other team. So right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are on the brink of their first NBA championship. We got to get the social post ready. And man, this one came down to the absolute wire. This series was a seesaw. Any team could have won this series. I said OKC in 7. I mean, I guess I'm right with how things are going right now. But this has been an absolute joy to watch, man. This has been great basketball. This has me excited about the future of the NBA. We got two teams who play basketball the right way. For people who who complained about NBA just being not as physical, just all 3-pointers, whatever like that. If y'all haven't been watching this series, man, you have completely missed out on it. This has been great basketball. It's been great defensive basketball. It's been absolutely physical. It's not just been teams raining 3-pointers, man. OKC, they live in that paint, in that mid-range. Indiana does the exact same thing too, but they got shooters on their squad. Like, this has been an absolute joy to watch for all basketball fans everywhere, man. Like, okay, we got a couple seconds left. Lou Dort goes for 3, but misses. 30 seconds left in the game. OKC are on the brink of their first NBA championship in their history. The Oklahoma City Thunder are on the brink of their first championship in their history. They had the best record all season. Defensively, they had an all-time defensive historic season, and now they're about to close it off with an NBA championship after a hard-fought series that went all the way to a Game 7. You got to respect the Indiana Pacers, man. The Indiana Pacers gave the Oklahoma City Thunder hell. Tyrese Halliburton went down with the injury in the first quarter, but you got to respect what the Indiana Pacers did, man. Nobody expected the Indiana Pacers to get this far. They made it all the way to the finals, and they gave a great team in the Oklahoma City Thunder. They gave them hell, man. Gave them hell for a 7-game series. Even in this game, there was times where you thought that Indiana might come back and win that, but it looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be able to hold off, and they will become NBA champions for the 2024-2025 NBA season. SGA, on a personal level, is about to complete an all-time historic season. He has won the scoring title this year, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and there is a 70 to 90% chance that he also wins NBA Finals MVP. So SGA right now is about to close off an all-time historic season, and he becomes the 3rd player in NBA history to win scoring title, MVP, and an NBA championship in the same season. He joins Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. So, those are 2 phenomenal players to join, and you're making history. In fact, SGA will become the first player to get the quadruple, as they just introduced the Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and SGA also won that as well. Jalen Williams looks emotional, looks like he's about to cry, on the brink of their first NBA championship. OKC has their bench players in there. They've cleared out the starters, and they will dribble this one out. OKC has officially become NBA champions. They have won their first title in NBA history. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. Let's get the socials up. But it is official. The Oklahoma City Thunder win their first championship in NBA history. This is monumental for OKC and all their fans. Hard-fought series. Went to 7 games. Of course, Indiana Pacers gave OKC hell. Shout out to the Indiana Pacers. They made this series extremely entertaining, man. This has been some great basketball. This series has been phenomenal. If you're a basketball fan, man, you have to be thoroughly entertained by this entire series, man. This was absolutely a joy to watch. Real basketball is back, baby. The future of the NBA is looking good. Oklahoma City Thunder have won their first championship in NBA history. Obi Toppin looking emotional as he's walking out. This is a tough loss for the Pacers. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton went down with the Achilles injury in the first quarter. This is tough. OKC wins their first title in their franchise history. Absolutely monumental for OKC. This was a hard-fought series. This was not an easy win for OKC, but these guys did it. They completed the win. First championship, they win in 7. And OKC, NBA champions. Oklahoma City captured their first NBA championship in franchise history. And you got to give a shout out to the Indiana Pacers, man. Hard fought series. These guys are absolute warriors. You have Tyrese Halliburton, who's on his crutches right now. I believe we're going to get confirmation tomorrow that Tyrese Halliburton suffered a torn Achilles. Absolutely tough. Pretty heartbreaking. TJ McConnell gets hugged by what looks like his mom. But the Pacers gave it everything, man. You got to respect the Pacers. Even until that clock hit 0, man, those Pacers, they were fighting, man. So nothing but respect for the Pacers, man. And all those people who said, all those NBA players who voted Tyrese Halliburton as the most overrated NBA player, y'all got to eat your words, man. Y'all got to eat your motherfucking words. Tyrese Halliburton has been nothing but clutch in these playoffs. So I think Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers have earned everybody's respect all across the NBA, man. Absolutely. So right now, we're just going to wait to see what happens, who becomes NBA Finals MVP. I think SGA will be named NBA Finals MVP. Anyone who just tuned in, the Oklahoma City Thunder have won Game 7 of the NBA Finals, 103-91. The Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA Finals champions for 2024-2025. Oklahoma City Thunder captures their first championship in NBA history. Their first championship in franchise history. SGA becomes a champion. And what a storybook ending to a phenomenal season for OKC. Shout out to anybody who's watching the stream, man. This game was absolutely fire. Big ego gaming says we called it, man. The Pacers gave a good fight, but we had it in 7 since game 2. Absolutely big ego. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said it. You can confirm I did say that. I said OKC in 7. Been saying it since game 1, since game 2. And absolutely, man, that's exactly what happened. You know, this series has been a seesaw, but once I saw Tyrese Halliburton go down, man, I think even though the Indiana Pacers have won plenty of games without him, and they were obviously capable of doing it, it's tough to come back from a loss like that, man. From a loss of your star player in that fashion, that's extremely tough. But yeah, man, OKC got it done. There was a moment there in that fourth quarter where it looked like the Indiana Pacers might make a comeback, but the Oklahoma City Thunder were able to calm themselves down, were able to maintain that lead and eventually close it off. And we're going to see what happens with this team, man. Right now, we may be looking at a potential dynasty right now, man. Like the beginning of a dynasty for OKC. All these players are extremely young. The average age for OKC, I believe, is 24, 25. So these players got plenty of gas left in them, man. Like, this is a team that you can keep together for a couple years. I believe in this offseason, because SGA won NBA Finals, or is about to win NBA Finals MVP, he will also be available for the Supermax. So let's take a look at the Supermax that SGA is going to be able to get. Let me take a look at that Supermax. Because it was a number that was so ridiculous. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. So here's what it looks like for SGA. For the fact that he won NBA MVP, which obviously is the best honor you can win as a personal accolade in the NBA. He also won the scoring title this year, won Western Conference Finals MVP, and it's very highly likely that he will win NBA Finals MVP as well too. So he not only had the first quadruple in NBA history, he joins Shaq and Michael Jordan as the only player to win scoring title, MVP, and an NBA championship in the same season. But not only that, SGA will be available to sign Supermax in the offseason. There's a couple ways you can do this. So the Supermax that he's available to get right now is a 4-year, $293 million contract. Let me say that one more time. SGA will be able to sign a 4-year. My bad. I said 2-year. My bad. Let me bring that back. He's available to sign a 4-year, $293 million contract. So he will be making approximately $73 million per year. That is a contract that he's able to sign this offseason in July. That is crazy. Absolutely insane. But here's another thing. If SGA decides not to sign this contract, he can wait one more year, and then in the summer of 2026, he can sign a 5-year, $380 million contract, which will pay him $76 million per year. So what would y'all do if y'all were SGA right now? Do you sign this contract this season, or do you wait one more year and get a 5-year, $380 million contract? By the way, when he does sign this contract, whether it's the 4-year, $293 million or the 5-year, $380 million contract, it will officially be the largest contract in NBA history, and he will be the highest paid player on a per year annum basis with $73 million, or 76 if you sign in 2026. I believe we are going to get to a point in history when Victor Wembanyama, somewhere down the road, or some other player that comes out, we're going to see a contract for an NBA player where they get paid $100 million per year. We are approaching that type of territory. So again, let me refresh that again for everybody who just started watching. Shout out to anybody who started watching, man. Like, subscribe, follow the stream. Helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs, and we will be covering a bunch of news in the offseason. But SGA, who might be NBA Finals MVP, has the opportunity to sign a 4-year, $293 million contract this offseason, or he can wait one more year until the summer of 2026 and sign a 5-year, $380 million contract, which will pay him $76 million per year. OKC are NBA Finals champions. They have won the finals in Game 7, 103-91. And right now we're going to figure out who is the NBA Finals MVP. Sam Presti, the general manager of OKC, was voted the best GM of the year this season. And quite frankly, he's the best GM in basketball. From what he's done after KD left, after Russell Westbrook left, James Harden left, and the way he was able to turn the Russell Westbrook and what's his face, man? Paul George picks into this team that we have in front of us, the way he's able to rebuild even after superstars leave the team continually. And now you have this team who just won an NBA championship, and now the OKC Thunder get the first championship in their franchise history. Sam Presti has completed it. NBA champions. And this is also the 7th straight year in the NBA where a different team has won the NBA Finals. 7th straight year with a different team winning the finals. So in terms of parity for basketball, this is the most parity the NBA has ever had in its history. 7 straight years with a different team winning the NBA Finals. OKC secures a championship. And SGA is about to complete an all-time season. And SGA, as I said before, completes an all-time historic season. Scoring title, NBA scoring title, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA Finals MVP. It's about to be announced right now. Right now we're hearing from the head coach of the OKC Thunder. Okay, let's see. Let's see who gets officially announced. Just getting them socials ready. Shout out to anybody who started watching, man. Oklahoma City Thunder has officially won the NBA Finals, and they captured their first championship in their franchise history. They beat the Indiana Pacers 103-91. Right now, we're just waiting to hear who is officially the NBA Finals MVP. My prediction is pretty much going to be SGA. I think there's a 90% chance that it's SGA. But we will wait for the official announcement. SGA with Oklahoma City Thunder winning the championship. They have closed off an all-time historic season defensively from a statistical standpoint, and SGA from a personal standpoint, all-time season. He will win the scoring title this year, or he won the scoring title this year. He won NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and now he will win NBA Finals MVP. He will join Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan as the only player to do that. Oh. Yep. SGA confirmed NBA Finals MVP. So SGA completes the first ever quadruple in NBA history. The NBA scoring title, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA Finals MVP. The first ever quadruple, and he joins Michael Jordan and Shaq to be one of the only 3 players to have the scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, and NBA MVP in the same season. So SGA has topped off an all-time historic season with the Oklahoma City Thunder and an all-time historic season from a personal standpoint. Got to give it up to SGA, man. Here's another thing. Oklahoma City Thunder have 4 first-round picks next season. Let me say that again. Sam Presti, this is why Sam Presti is the best general manager in the NBA. The Oklahoma City Thunder still have 4 first-round picks next season. Absolutely crazy. OKC ain't going nowhere. You post some socials right now. That's why I'm looking down, posting from my phone. But SGA caps off an all-time historic season. J-Dub. Yes, sir. OKC with their first finals, first championship in their franchise history. They're about to interview J-Dub. They just interviewed SGA after it was confirmed that he won NBA Finals MVP.
My teammates definitely pushed me through.
Jalen Williams, I think he would have been second in voting for NBA Finals MVP, obviously. They're the most points by a duo since the NBA merger. The last people to have this many points in the NBA Finals. Jordan and Pippen, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving. So these two are going to be, SGA and Jalen Williams are going to be a menace for a long time to come, man. I'm telling you right now, this is the start of a potential dynasty for the NBA. And this is what the NBA needs, because the NBA needs to learn how to be able to market the teams in their smaller markets. NBA has a knack for only wanting to market the teams that are in the larger markets, like, you know, in California or in New York, the Houstons, Boston, even though Boston's a smaller city. But the NBA is going to have to find a way to be able to market OKC, man. Because this is the potential dynasty they have going on right now. But anybody who started watching, man, it is confirmed. The OKC Thunder have won the NBA championship for the 2024-2025 season. They cap off an all-time historic season. They had the best record in the NBA. They had an all-time defense from a historical standpoint. SGA has won NBA Finals MVP. He caps off a historic season. Scoring title, NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. And this team is just getting started, man. They have an average age of 24 years old. I believe it's 24, 25. So right now we're looking at the start of a potential dynasty if these guys can continue this.
Just personally about this moment and what you were able to contribute to this championship run. Just continue to fight, no matter what happens.
But this Oklahoma City team, man, they are a complete team. They play defense hard as hell. And for all those people, man, who are complaining about what the NBA had turned into, oh, it's all threes, there's no defense, whatever like that. You can't look at this series between the Thunder and between the Thunder and the Pacers, and give me none of that nonsense, man. This has been the exact same basketball that everybody's been complaining that they haven't been able to see from the NBA. You got it in this series. And now you got a team that's defense first, had the best all-time defense from a historical standpoint and a statistical standpoint, and now they just won the championship, man. So I'm excited to see where the NBA goes from here. Looks like the NBA is in good hands, man. We got a lot of players that are about to retire. We got Steph Curry, who's approaching the end of his career. KD approaching the end of his career. By the way, KD got traded to the Houston Rockets earlier today. Of course, LeBron is about to retire soon. So it's good to know that the league is in good hands, man. Like, we got a lot of young players who are really showing out. I think the NBA will be in good hands. Right now, we got Alex Caruso talking. They're interviewing mad people from the team. What is Eclectic Boogaloo says OKC police say no one is allowed. Sorry, Brownie127 says OKC won. Yeah, they sure did, gang. OKC did win. And Eclectic Boogaloo says OKC police say no one is allowed into Bricktown, downtown area. Damn, bro. I think the OKC police think that they're about to tear that city down right now, man. Because that entire city's been locked in for this championship, man. This is their first championship, so they might burn the whole city down. That is crazy. I can imagine OKC is probably going crazy right now, man. Police all around downtown. They want to make sure they keep the city intact. With that OKC parade though, I can imagine that OKC championship parade is gonna be pretty crazy. What's going on there? Isaiah Hartenstein got his baby in his hand, but his baby's sleeping. NBA champions, Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out to OKC, man. And big ups to the Indiana Pacers, man. They made this series. Matter of fact, man, Indiana Pacers made this entire playoffs extremely interesting. The Eastern Conference playoffs would not have been as interesting without Indiana coming in there whooping ass. So you got to appreciate what the Indiana Pacers did, man. They gave the Cavs hell. They gave New York hell. Every team they faced, they gave them hell, man. Appreciate to anybody who's been watching. The press op said, I know the whole stadium smelled like sweaty ass balls. But I wish I was there to get a sniff. Hey, yo, bro. The press ops, you saying some crazy shit, bro. This guy just wanted to get a whiff of the musty ass ball smell, huh? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to you, the press ops, though. I mean, it would have been dope to go to an NBA Finals game, man. That's on the bucket list for me. Being able to go to an NBA Finals, especially at Game 7, bro, that's all time. I don't know about the smelling the sweaty ass balls and getting a sniff of all that, but to each their own, my G. To each their own. Shout out to Shenty. Shout out to Keegan. It's official. OKC has won the NBA Finals. They have topped off an all-time historic season. SGA is confirmed to be NBA Finals MVP. He tops off an all-time historic season from a personal perspective. SGA and Jalen Williams scored the most points scored by a duo together since LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, and since Michael and Scottie Pippen. So you looking at the two of them in that 1-2 punch. You need to wait for that aura, bro. I feel you on that, man. Let me just get a little bit of that aura. Let me get some of that SGA aura, gang. Give me just a little bit of it. And now that he's an NBA champion, woo, aura through the roof. Aura through the roof, my guy. For real, for real. Shout out to the press ops, though, man. I appreciate it. Making me laugh and shit. You a funny dude or a funny girl. I don't know if you a girl or a guy, but you funny as hell. But it's confirmed, man. NBA Finals MVP, SGA, as I said before, completes the quadruple, the first ever quadruple in NBA history. That is the scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, and Western Conference Finals MVP. And he joins Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan as the only three players to have the scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, and NBA MVP all in the same season. So SGA, has completed a historic season, and he has joined some all-time greats, Shaq and Michael Jordan, and being the only player to have NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP, and a scoring title all in the same season. So, clap it up to OKC, to SGA, India, and shout out to Indiana too, man. Indiana, hard-fought series. They took the OKC Thunder to Game 7. I'm so happy that the Indiana Pacers made it to the finals instead of the New York Knicks, man. I think the New York Knicks would have lost in 5 if it was New York Knicks versus OKC. OKC would have won this in five games. So my original prediction became true after Game 1. I said it was going to be OKC in 7. Just seeing the way these two teams were playing each other, how evenly matched they were, I thought it was going to be a seesaw going back and forth. So after Game 1, after that game winner, I said OKC in 7 because these two teams are too evenly matched, and I thought they were gonna both steal one from each other at home, and that's exactly what happened. So prediction came through. OKC wins in 7. SGA becomes NBA Finals MVP and completes the all-time historic season, and we are here, man. So where we at right now? So what is confirmed? We will be streaming, to anybody else watching, we will be streaming a lot of the news in the off season as well too. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Kevin Durant was traded today to the Houston Rockets, but there's also going to be a lot more trades coming up. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow to be tapped in. I'm going to make sure you guys are tapped in with all the news and the updates, everything coming in the off season. I'm going to make sure I stream at least probably once or twice a week at the bare minimum to be able to review and come over. Sorry, not come over, but pause. That's kind of crazy. But to review all the different trade scenarios, all the rumors that are coming up. Just to keep everybody informed. But yeah, this is going to be a crazy offseason. Looks like Giannis may potentially be leaving the Bucks. We got some more movement. KD's already been traded. So we got a lot going on this offseason. The New York Knicks are looking for their new coach. Boston Celtics may also get blown up as well too because they are under new ownership and they've been paying into the luxury tax for a couple years. Justin Calera says, if this was the Knicks, they would have fired Tibbs at the presser. Nah, for real, bro. Tibbs... This guy makes no adjustments, man. Like, this guy plays his players for like fucking the entire game, 48 minutes, makes no adjustments. Like, this guy would have been fired after game one, bro. Like, they would have been like probably blown out by 20 and he would have been fired after game one. So, yeah, I think with Tibbs, the only way Tibbs was keeping it, I think it was pretty much a done deal that he was going to get fired. And I think the only way he was keeping his job is if the New York Knicks won the NBA championship. But shout out to them, man. I think now they're going to get a new coach and they're probably going to be able to reset. They got some good pieces, but I think they just didn't have the right coach to be able to get them to that next step. Because Tibbs is, right. I don't know if y'all ever heard about Jeff Teague, because Jeff Teague has his podcast and he talks about how Tibbs coaches. And he says Tibbs doesn't really coach at all, bro. He doesn't really make adjustments, do anything. Like, Tibbs just is like, hey, play harder, man, play harder. Like, it's more motivational than it is like actual X's and O's with the plays and stuff, you know? So I think New York Knicks will do better under a new coach, maybe one that has more of a modern approach, more of an X and O's approach to the game, one that actually rests his players instead of, you know, playing his players for like 40, 48 minutes a game. Like, you use your bench. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Tibbs has never known how to use his bench, runs players into the ground, man. Like, so, but yeah, we will see, man. But I will be covering everything in the offseason. I'll be covering the Knicks' new head coaching, who their new head coach is. We'll be covering all the playoff trades. Sorry, not playoff trades, all the offseason trades. And we'll be also covering OKC as well, too. As I said previously, SGA is eligible to sign a pretty crazy Supermax extension. He has two options, and I'm gonna lay it out one more time before I jump off the screen. So in this offseason, summer 2025, this opens on July 6th, by the way. SGA is able to sign a 4-year, $293 million contract that will pay him around $73 million per year. So SGA can do that. He can sign that Supermax. Or what he can do is wait one more year, wait till summer of 2026, and he can sign a 5-year, $380 million contract extension instead. And that will pay him an average of $76 million per year. So either way, whatever contract he signs, it'll be the biggest in NBA history at that point. And right now, man, we're getting to the point where if these NBA media deals keep getting larger and larger, we're going to get to a point where maybe potentially in the future, Wemby signs like $100 million contract or something like that. But when SGA does sign this contract, it will be officially the biggest contract in NBA history at that point. So again, I'll say one more time, SGA has the opportunity to be able to sign a 4-year, $293 million contract this offseason in the summertime, or he can wait another year for summer of 2026 and sign a 5-year, $380 million contract. So SGA going to be rich as hell, man, regardless of whatever happens. But yeah, that's the NBA Finals, man. Oh, shout out to Strin for following, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure, for sure. Strin says, hey, what up, Strin? Where you coming from, man? Let me know where you're coming from. But this game was fire, man. This game, in the beginning, was a little bit closer. SGA was on, let me tell you something. Sorry, not SGA. Tyrese Halliburton was on fire early in the game, man. He had three threes to start the game. He was looking like he was going to be an absolute killer. He had 9 points with only four minutes left in the first quarter. And then he went down with the injury, man. So I'm of the belief that I think we got a little bit robbed by the fact that Tyrese Halliburton went injured. Like, I wanted to see both teams at full strength going mano-a-mano. And I think if Tyrese Halliburton was in the game, this would have been a lot closer. I think it probably would have been a 1-2 possession game all the way down to the fourth quarter. But without Tyrese Halliburton there, just to provide that little extra spark at the end for Oklahoma, I still think the OKC would have won, but I still think it would have been a little bit closer towards the end. Maybe like a 1 or 2 possession game. Yeah, Strin, it is really sad that Hallie got hurt, man. Yeah, I think if Hallie got hurt, man, like it definitely would have been a closer game. I think OKC would have eventually adjusted to whatever he's doing because he was hitting threes out the gate. Three. He hit three threes straight. He had 9 points, like with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. So Hallie was ready to go. But the thing about but he ended up getting injured, man, and he was non-weight bearing. He had to be carried out by 2 other people as well. I think it was James Johnson and some medical staff that helped him out. So listen, I'm telling y'all, because I just suffered the same injury too. I had a torn Achilles in March. He has a torn Achilles. He already had calf strains before. He got calf strain in Game 5, and when you have a calf strain, if you go out there and you play hard, because you already have that strain going on, you have a higher chance of tearing that, or that injury becoming an Achilles injury. And so yeah, as soon as I saw the replay, I knew right away that was Achilles. And that's something else we're going to discuss at some other point in the future as well. The NBA and their medical protocol, because Tyrese Halliburton is the 3rd player this playoffs to tear his Achilles. Damian Lillard tore his Achilles in the first round of the NBA playoffs. He came back early. He had blood clots, but somehow he miraculously came back early and they allowed him to play. I don't think they should have done that. He ended up tearing his Achilles. Jason Tatum tore his Achilles in round 2 of the NBA Finals. And now we got Tyrese Halliburton, who just tore his Achilles in Game 7. So that's 3 players in the playoff tearing his Achilles, which I'm not sure has ever happened before in the NBA Finals. Sorry, in the NBA playoffs. In such close proximity to each other. So many players and star players too tearing their Achilles. And for all you know, Steph Curry might have done it as well too. The medical staff for Golden State decided not to play Curry for a lot of those games in that series against who was it? Against who was in round 2? It was against OKC, wasn't it? Yeah, it was against OKC. And there's a couple games where it was looking like Steph Curry might come back, might not come back, but I think the medical doctors made the right choice, and made sure that Steph Curry did not go back in the game. Because now you got a situation like this for a lot of the teams where, you might have brought Curry back and he might have suffered an injury that's even worse. And Steph Curry is in his 30s, man, so you can't be doing that, man. Yeah, Strin says he looked good in Game 6. He looked fine in Game. Yeah, that's a crazy part too. Tyrese Halliburton looked completely fine in Game 6. Like I don't know what the medical staff did. Maybe the fact that maybe it was a mental thing too. Maybe just because he was in Indiana, he felt more comfortable. He was with his family at his house, sort of like that, being able to rest. Maybe that stuff plays in there as well too. I don't know, but even at the beginning of this game, he looked completely good too. He didn't really show any strains of a muscle strain at all until the injury happened. So I don't know. And that's what happens when you have 82 games in a regular season where you ask so much of your players. Yeah, man. I know a lot of people are trying to have that conversation of whether or not they should have 82 games in the NBA season or whether they should reduce it. I mean, they've had 82 games in the season since I think since the 60s or the 70s. So I don't know if this is like a situation. And obviously the NBA game is a lot different now. It's a lot more fast paced than it was back in that time. So I think the NBA is going to have to look at this and have a serious conversation about whether they shorten the NBA season, like what they do. Like, I don't know, because you can't have a league where all your star players are going down with injuries, and injuries like this, man. Like an Achilles injury is no longer a career ender, and a lot of the medicine's a lot more modern. It's a lot easier for players to be able to come back. Like KD came back from the Achilles injury he had in 2019, but it's just not a good look, man. Like it's one thing like with other sports like the NFL, like you know players are going to get injured because that's just the nature of the sport. NBA, these Achilles injuries, like if the medical doctors just give the players a lot more chance to just rest instead of pushing it further, I think they can avoid a lot of these injuries. Yeah, because I know the whole load management thing was going on, but the load management was for players who aren't injured. You know what I mean? Like when players are actually injured, like Steph Curry or Halliburton, like you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta make changes. And then on top of that too, like you said, Strin, players are making 50+ million a year. I mean, when SGA signs his new contract, he's about to make $73-76 million a year. So you can't be having players making this much money, almost getting injured and being out for like an entire calendar year, man. It's a crazy amount of money to be shelling out for a player who's not playing. And all the NBA contracts are guaranteed. So it's not like the NFL where you can just cut a player and only pay him the guaranteed money and not pay him the rest of the money. In the NBA, if that contract says you're going to make $100 million, you're making that entire $100 million, whether you're whether you're injured or not. This is when you don't have load management players are getting these career-changing injuries. You can't have it both ways. Yeah, man. So I agree. I don't know what the NBA is going to do. I'll be honest, man. I'm not really sure. But, you know, they got all the data. I'm sure they got plenty of data points to look at. Adam Silver is going to have to review this and see what's going on, because this is not the look that you want for your team. And I don't think I've ever seen a player suffer an injury like this in a game 7 too, man. Like that's absolutely crazy, man. Like what the fuck? But yeah. But shout out to you, Strin, man. Appreciate you following. You know, I'm gonna be in the off season. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, man. We got so much NBA trade news popping up. And I'm gonna be covering all of it. So I'm gonna be streaming most likely 2 times per week. Moving forward, I'll probably start next week or the week after, depending on how crazy things get. So whatever platform you're on, man, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. We're gonna continue popping out all this stuff and making sure y'all stay in the loop for all the NBA information. KD just got traded today. He got traded to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, one first round pick. I believe it was the 14th pick or 15th pick, and then also 5 second round picks as well too. Can't recall. Shout out to you, Strin, man. I'm glad I found you too. And you from Florida too. Shout out to Florida, man. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Florida, Florida. It's crazy, man. There's people from, yeah, that did happen. Yeah, that happened just actually earlier today. I think it was like around 11 or 12. But yeah, KD got traded to the Houston Rockets. Now, there's a lot of debate going on about whether the Houston Rockets gave up too much, because I ain't gonna lie. KD is 36. KD is an all-time scorer, but he's 36 years old. So I don't know if trading Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a first round and 5 second rounds is too much. I personally think that's too much. Shout out to MJ Foodie Journeys for the rose. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think they might have given up a little bit too much for KD. And KD had some other destinations as well too. Houston was one of his preferred destinations, but he also had the San Antonio Spurs as one of his preferred destinations as well. As well as the Miami Heat. So we're going to see what's going on with that. Russell Westbrook is a free agent as well. He did not take that player option and re-sign with the Denver Nuggets, so he is now a free agent. It's also rumored that his preferred destination is the Miami Heat. And then on top of that, we got a lot of stuff going on. The Boston Celtics are under new ownership, so they will most likely be trading a lot of the players. We're hearing that Drew Holiday, Porzingis are out. There's even rumors that they're getting calls about Jaylen Brown. There's a potential Jaylen Brown trade that may happen as well too. A lot of teams are calling, seeing what they can get. So that team's going to look a lot different. They've been paying into the luxury tax for quite some time now to be able to keep all these players together. But under this new ownership and the fact that they won a championship recently, it looks like they're going to be trading a lot of those players. And then the big thing is Giannis. We're going to see what happens with Giannis. There's been rumors about Giannis not being happy. The rumors keep going back and forth. They're saying that he's open to being traded to different places. He has preferred destinations, whether that be New York, Raptors. He's open to the Raptors as well too. Open to San Antonio. But then there's also conflicting reports saying that he wants to stay his entire career with one franchise, which would be the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'd imagine that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be trying to go extremely aggressive this offseason to try and get another player, especially now that Damian Lillard got injured. But we will see, and I will keep everyone in the loop for all that. So make sure to keep subscribed, make sure to follow, and I'll be keeping y'all in the loop with all of that stuff. I'm surprised. I was surprised at that too. I thought Russell Westbrook was going to want to re-sign. I thought he fit relatively well with the Denver Nuggets and gave them some extra energy. And I thought he had a good relationship with Jokic and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Giannis, man, I don't know. Ever since they won that one championship in 2019, I don't know. There's been injuries, a lot of stuff going on that haven't really been able to let them get back to that pinnacle. And I think Giannis is getting to the point where he's a little bit tired and he wants to go to a place where he can compete for a championship again. Because Giannis is a really competitive dude, and he wants to win, man. He wants to win more than just one. But anyways, man, shout out to you, Strin. Shout out to everybody who watched the stream today, man. It is official. Oklahoma City Thunder are the NBA champions for 2024-2025. SGA has completed an all-time historic season, scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and NBA MVP. He joins Shaq and Michael Jordan as the only player to win those 3 accolades, scoring title, MVP, and NBA Finals MVP in the same season. So right now it looks like we're on the potential of seeing a potential dynasty in OKC right now, man. This is the first championship, so we'll see if there's many more. Anyone stay tuned, man. I'll be putting out the schedule for what I'm going to do live streaming and cover the NBA topics in the offseason. Shout out to Oklahoma City Thunder, man. Shout out to SGA. And shout out to Indiana Pacers, man, for making this playoff super exciting, man. This has been some great basketball. I've loved watching all these games in the playoffs, man. And this was a great series, man. This was a great series for basketball, and I'm excited about the future. But anyways, man, I'm going to be out, man. Shout out to everybody who watched, man. And I'm out. Peace.